All right. Hello, everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Before we start, am I heard? Do you guys hear me in Ramble and in YouTube? Let me know, please, if you have any problem from your side. So, before we start, from time to time we find some losers, weirdo, mentally ill people who come and say, CP, stay away from politics. I want to say to those potatoes, this is my channel. You see the title. Don't click at the title if you don't like politics. If you click and you make a post saying, don't talk about politics, that means you are a donkey. I mean, we have a sign. It says exactly what the topic. So if you don't like it, don't come here. And you better not to come again here, ever. I don't care really who you like, who you don't like. I'm here to share truth and the truth only. So, shalom again, everybody. Today we are going to get bust one of the liars in YouTube, in Facebook, everywhere. I saw this video actually in different Christian channel. But before we play the video, which I want to talk about, I want to show you how those liberals, I never saw a liberal, he is decent, sadly. It's like Muslims, you know, a decent liberal is an ex-democrat. And let me prove my point to you. So this potato, his name is Brian Tyler Cohen. Okay, Mr. Cohen. He played this video. We will go from the beginning, but for now we will play with this part where he spoke, so we can get him busted from the beginning, and you guys, you can cut that part and post it around and see how liberals they lie to their teeth. So he showed us here a video in the interview, and there is two journalists, they were asking him about his favorite Bible verse. Asking who? Trump.
My second favorite book of all time, but I just think the Bible is just something very special.
And if by chance you're a Trump fan and you feel like he still deserves the benefit of the doubt, pretend that it was Nancy Pelosi or AOC saying those things, that they just love Christianity.
What he said, he said his favorite book is the Bible. They asked him which verse. He said, oh, the Bible, because any verse he quote, all of you will make a scandal about it. What if he chose a verse speak against homosexuality? So this guy suddenly, I mean, he is a liberal. He support homosexual. He support transgender. He support teaching kids sex. He is a part of the woke community. Women come in, men dressed like women. Men want to go to the bathroom. And he is coming to teach us about ethic and how to be a good Christian. So imagine if Nancy Pelosi now is a Christian. Are you sure? That's a good one. But let us continue.
So much, but still can't manage to conjure up a single Bible verse. Would you believe him?
Can you quote for us a single verse Bible? I mean, they asked him, what's your favorite verse? He said, oh, the Bible. And he's going there. I mean, you see how stupid, silly you are. Is it possible there is somebody don't know even a single verse? He can say, okay, the first page of the Bible. I mean, you're just silly. He can say the first page of John 1, whatever. Any number he throws is going to work. You are just silly, stupid. But look what he said. He just even got Trump busted more because he said something very truthful.
Take all the time you need with that one. In fact, take a look at this split screen. Joe Biden, a devout Christian, goes to church every Sunday. Donald Trump is selling $60 branded Bibles to pay his legal fees, incurred as a result of paying off a porn star who he had sex.
Joe Biden, he go to church every Sunday. All right. Let us do a fact check. Joe Biden, he go to church every Sunday, which is a church support homosexual, which is not a church. Joe Biden show alliance to the LGBT community. Joe Biden, LGBTQ right. Biden honor LGBTQ Pride Month at the White House. Biden celebrate most pro LGBTQ. I mean, do you see how devoted a Christian he is? Are we done? No. Joe Biden, he put the flag of the homosexual on the White House. Is that his job as a president? Is that what the president do? To promote sexuality, certain kind of sexuality? Is that what people vote for him for? So instead of having the American flag, he put the homosexual flag. He is a devoted Christian, Mr. Brian Tyler Cohen said. I mean, you are a piece of shit, Mr. Cohen. You have no dignity, you have no honesty, you are literally a piece of shit. And actually, I apologize to shit for giving you such a title, because shitty shit is called manure, it's useful. What is the use of you? You tell me. Then, Joe Biden, he exchanged the Easter day. Guys, imagine the Easter day in the house. Do you know what he did, Joe Biden, the devoted Christian? He switched the Easter day to be the transgender day. I'm not making things up. It's in front of you. Do you see the devoted Christian? Instead of celebrating Easter, he changed the celebration of the White House to be the transgender day. Who? Transgender, what does that mean? So Joe Biden is a devoted Christian. Really? Aha. Joe Biden, he quoted Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And what Muhammad was quoting, Joe Biden, Obama, he was quoting the Prophet saying, let us hear what he said. Actually, look, even the Muslims, this is a Muslim channel, they are posting what Joe Biden said because they are so proud of him. President-elect Joe Biden to make good on a promise made to Muslims. So Joe Biden, the devoted Christian, he said that Prophet Muhammad, he said, if one of you finds something wrong, he should change it by his hand. Okay, well, Muslims believe in killing Christian, Jews, and homosexual. So shall the Muslim listen to Joe Biden's advice? Huh? Whoever of you among you see wrong, let him change it by his hand. What do Muslims believe about homosexuality? Throw them from the top of the roof? Is that what Joe Biden is asking the Muslim to do? But I like it, by the way. Joe Biden is a devoted Christian, not like Trump. You see, for us, we know that Trump is a just doing politician, and all of those in politics, they are seeking power. However, you scumbag Tyler. At least Trump, he do what we want as a Christians. Joe Biden, he do what the woke want. So when you say Joe Biden is a Christian, devoted Christian, in fact, for the very same reason you just mentioned, homosexuals should not vote for Joe Biden. All the liberals should not vote for Joe Biden now because you just said he is a devoted Christian. Shame on you. A devoted Christian, that means he accepts the Bible. And the Bible make it so clear that such a kind of sin will take you to hell. Now, I found a video, actually, I searched his name. I don't know who's this guy. And then I found his post in Facebook. This is his Facebook. 16 hours ago. Trump get news. He has been drained amid the guilty verdict. And look here what he said. Let me zoom in so we can laugh. Reuters polls Biden lead 41 to 39. 10% of Republican and the 25 independents say they're less likely to vote for Trump. In the same very website he posted for you in the video, which you cannot click in. Let me show you what it says there. It says totally the opposite. Totally what? The opposite. What it says, that Joe Biden is losing miserably. What it says? Joe Biden is losing miserably. This is the last Reuters polls posted. And by the way, we don't believe in those. Do you remember, guys, when every poll say Hillary Clinton will win, like in a massive way? Do you remember? Remember, right? Hillary Clinton will win, etc. What happened is the opposite. The one who won, it was a Trump. And then Clinton, those liberals, they keep talking about, he is denying democracy, he's against democracy, he is election denier. When every single one of them, when they lose, they deny the election. All of them. If you go right now and search about election denial by Democrat, you will find every one of them did the same. Especially Hillary Clinton. But if we go to Reuters report about who is winning, who is losing, you will see it says clearly that Trump is beating the hell of Biden everywhere. The same website, Reuters, it says, Biden big weakness versus Trump voters. And I have the link for for what I'm showing on the screen in the info, because we are not like them. So what it says there is the opposite. However, we don't care really. I mean, in fact, I can show you what CNN is saying. CNN, your favorite, not only CNN, we can show you what all your agenda stations saying. CNN polls tracking President Biden approval rating. Oh boy. Oh boy. Disapprove 54%. Approve 40%. May 21, 23, 24. NPR, liberal. Call up. 39 approve. 56 disapproval. All those are polls you see saying that the disapproval is way higher. In some cases, it is twice more than the approval. Do you see it? CNN. This is CNN. 40% approval, 60% disapproval. Who? CNN. And Abdul, don't go by the poll. We go to the gas station and we go to Walmart and we will see how much money will stay in our pocket after we buy some food. That is the real poll. So when this potato, he make a video bragging about Joe Biden, the good Christian, we laugh at you and your lies. And by the way, I see in your Facebook, you said you have a book, like what you wrote in your book, that Joe Biden is devoted a Christian, or you are supporting the transgender and LGBTQFY, do the A, whatever community. You have a book? So you are accusing Trump because he is selling his book to support himself, but it's okay for you to sell a book. What your book will do? I mean, what is the benefit of your book? He is saying, you can get the Bible from my website, King James. He's not writing a book. This is King James Bible. What's your problem? And as long as you are talking about corruption, what about we talk about Hunter Biden, who today is in the court for what? And next week will be in the court for what? And the week after will be in the court for what? And who is the one taking him yesterday to go with him in the bicycle walk? His father. So what his father will do will burden him, even though he did not pay 1.5 million tax. A money he cannot explain where he got it from. A guy is a loser. He never have a job. He never made money. How he make money? How in the world? Anyone can explain to me. A person, his tax is 1.5 million. But yet he don't have a job. The tax he did not pay. We're not talking about the tax he paid. Where the money coming from? It's coming to Big Joe. How you can explain to me that the Joe the Christian, the devoted Christian, and Nancy Pelosi with her, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, even her name is hilarious. So how you explain to us that Ukrainian company hire him to be a vice president, a special consultant to a company he never did? He have zero experience in anything have to do with oil or energy. How you explain to us all the business he do with China? What his business exactly? Oh, his business, he is the son of the vice president before, and now he is the son of the president. So cut this part, share it around. Those people are a bunch of liars, and we will vote for Trump. In fact, look what he said. He said that Trump is trying to do the following. Trying to do what?
With while his wife was at home with their child. The fact that certain so-called evangelicals support the latter goes to show the extent to which partisan Republican politicians have used their influence to infect religion in this country. And look, I'm certainly no authority on Christianity or any religion, although by birth...
By what? By birth you are what?
Right, I feel like I'm an authority on bagels and guilt, but I can say with a degree of certainty that the Republican platform runs completely and wholly antithetical to the teachings of all religions, but especially Christianity. Their agenda...
Why, who is the one who pushed the teaching for homosexuality and transgender at school? Who is the one who is giving hormone to babies, children at the age of 6 years old to make them confused about their gender? I mean, look how they lie with no shame. And he said in the beginning that Trump is trying to create a national Christian conservative movement. Is that bad? I like that.
Cared at all about the Bible, something that he calls his favorite book. I'd like to draw your attention to a very simple question that he got asked about his so-called...
Anyway, let us go back to the beginning of the video. Those who want to download my video, you can copy this part, exposing this liar. Everything he said is a lie. The poll he mentioned, it's a lie. Calling Joe Biden devoted Christian. Obviously, Joe Biden is an antichrist. He's satanic. And there's no question that Democratic Party is satanic too. In fact, if you are a Christian and you vote for Democrat, I say to you, you are no Christian. You are going to hell. And I assure you that. Because when you support everything the Democratic Party stands for is against the Ten Commandments. Everything. You know what everything means? Everything. In fact, show me one thing the Democratic Party stands for, agree with anything in the Bible. Just one. You will not find any. From abortion, which is Biden his support, and we Christians for sure we will never agree with this. But remember, Joe Biden is a devoted Christian. Homosexuality, woke culture, spreading faith in school, teaching kids how to have sex, inside the closet. In California, there's a day it's called in school. This is government schools. It's called Get Out of Your Closet. What is called? Get Out of Your Closet. They force children to come and tell a sexual story about something they saw or something they did. Children. So now the Democratic Party, which I believe it is the party of Satan, sadly, is scoring us about what we should do. And now look, this guy, he got us this video, and this video, he is telling us Christians, you should not vote. What? We should not vote? Why? Listen carefully. So this is a video of a Christian minister. For me, in my understanding for him, he is an idiot of the village. This is why, you know, remember when I said, don't follow, don't call yourself Protestant, don't call yourself Catholic. We have a lot of trash who they claim to be priests and bishops and popes, whatever they call themselves. The Lord, he said, that from their fruits you shall know them. Let us see this, the fruit of this guy.
Some of you bring politics into the church. You think that politics is spiritual stuff. Politics is of this world. You think it's your duty to be political about this, that, and the other. No, your duty is to serve the Lord your God.
What? What? Who is the one who brought this mental person on the stage? Who is jumping like a lizard, fooling Christians, and is speaking very dangerous words. This is why the liberals, they like him. You see, I say to you always, if the liberals bless you, that means you are doomed. If the Muslim blessed you, that means you are doomed twice. Look what he said. Let me show it to you again from the beginning.
Some of you bring politics into the church. You think that politics is spiritual stuff. Politics is of this world.
And look at the stupid ones who they say, I mean for what? What is politics exactly we are talking about? So if we vote against teaching Islam in church, in schools, that is not our duty. If we vote against teaching kids or forcing kids to take hormone to change their gender, this is not our spiritual duty. This is just politics. If we vote against the doctrine of the woke society, that is not a spiritual. What this guy is talking about? This guy is satanic. Because if you don't vote to stand against those things will destroy your society. Remember what the Bible says. He claimed that we have to read the Bible. And he jumped like a monkey in the stage. Suppose he is so excited because he loved God and you don't. In fact, those who don't vote, they are supporting wickedness. Because if we don't vote, who will vote? The wicked ones. And what is the result of the wickedness winning the election? The community became wicked. And what is the result? If the community become wicked, destruction will come upon the nation. This is what the Bible teaches. Am I making things up? This is a minister or this is a scumbag? This is really the teaching of Christianity? Voting is a very valid way, an active way to rebuke wickedness. If I go on the street and shout in the face of somebody, oh, this is wrong, this is sin, but then the law support him against me, well, he is the winner, I'm the loser. And why the law support him? Because I did not support my belief. When it was the day for voting, I decided to stay home. So the president will be wicked. The minister will be wicked. The parliament, the Congress will be wicked. This is not only for America. This is everywhere. The one who don't attend his garden, the weeds will take over. So this guy is saying to you, it's not your job to attend your garden. This is where you live. This is not fantasy. Christianity is not a fantasy. I want to know how in the world such a donkey is being called to teach in a church. In fact, the Bible speaks that God, he put the word in the mouth of a donkey. This guy is not even a donkey, so God can put his word in his mouth. Those people are very dangerous. And look how he's excited and jumping, saying to you, spirituality have nothing to do with politics. In fact, spirituality have everything to do with rebuking politics. Rebuking. We are the censor against sin. And the one who sees sin and he don't stand against it, he is supporting it. Do we agree, people? Is that true? Now we can show tons of verses from the Bible speaking about this. This guy is a shameful person. And you notice that the enemies who don't want the Christian influence in the election, they are using his video. That is telling you that what he is doing is absolutely stupid. Do we agree? It's like the Muslim, they make fun of your Bible 24 hours a day, and the second you start making fun of their Quran, they say to you, is that what Jesus says to you? So suddenly they want you to be Christian. They make fun of you 24 hours a day because you are a Christian. The second you start mocking their stupid cult, they ask you to be Christian again. Please, this is not what Christ he said to you. They are making fun of you for being Christian. Unbelievable how stupid and how trashy this person is. And I know some of you will say I should not use such a language. No, I have to use it because those people are the one who bring destruction for our community. Those are the one who behind disasters. If you see fire, he is saying don't jump. This is politics. Don't jump to stop the fire. How you stop the fire according to him? You read the Bible. Isn't it the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them? The fruit of the Christians, if they stay silent and wrong is being done, that means they are dead Christians. In James 4, the Bible said, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. How we can resist the devil? We have tons of verses in the Bible speaking that we should vote. For vote is the modern civil way of action and rebuking evil. And it's very active, because if you don't vote, that will affect your children's. If you see why in these days now, we have a lot of kids doing drugs, violence, all kind of madness, it's because of a guy like this. Christians don't go to vote. The woke community, they took the Bible from the schools. They took the word God from the school. They took the Ten Commandments from the school. And then we have a corrupt generation. That's the truth. And this person, he is given a falsehood against God. If we go in the Old Testament, we see how much in the Old Testament there's books speaking nothing but about kings. Isn't it the book that's called Kings? Am I right? Is it true that in the Bible there's a book, it's called Kings? What the name of the book? Kings. What the book talk about? Politics. And their evil doing. So if the Bible against involving, standing against evil, so why we have the whole book is called Kings? About this evil king and his politics, and that evil queen and her politics, and this evil man and his action. All the Bible is speaking about how we stand against them. He's trying to make you feel guilty by labeling things as politics. What about we label it as rebuking politician? He said, your spiritual duty is not to vote. So what if the society come to a time and they says, and soon they will do it, actually in California already they want to do that, that a man, he can have sex with his children. We don't go to vote, they implement the law, and then children will be raped. Because such a filthy man, he said, and he is angry, saying that vote is from out of the world. This is not our business. And the audience, some of them, they are stupid. They are excited. Listen more so we can laugh. I mean,
you think it's your duty to be political about this, that, and the other. No, your duty.
You are a scumbag. No, it's my duty, you donkey. It is my duty. And look, he is making, you know, those scammers, they get so excited in the stage. It's an act, you know, act like somebody, he wanna make himself like a believer, like Mohammedans. Do you know the guy, he make a video and he starts screaming, Allah told you, and his face become red because they wanna, it's an act. So now he is a true believer. You are not. This is a true believer. How you know he's a true believer? He's jumping like a lizard. Is that how the disciple used to talk? You have an angry demon inside you.
Is to serve the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, body, and
How we can serve the Lord our heart, from our heart without standing against evil, you donkey? Is that how you serve the Lord? Like, is the Lord as a guy come into the restaurant and we make shish kebab for him? What this guy is talking about? Serving the Lord is what the Bible says. Rebuke the wicked. Stand against the evil. Compromise not. Those stupid people, where are they coming from? What's wrong with those people? So when they decide to make a naked beach, isn't it your duty to vote against that? Isn't it the Bible says, you shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman? So if you don't vote against it, it's mean you agree with it. What's wrong with those people? This is not a Christian man. This is a wicked man. He's promoting wickedness. The appearance he is speaking good, but reality he is being so bad. It's a very shameful that they bring someone like this, and all those sitting in the church, they are potatoes. Nobody says, what are you talking about, man? When John the Baptist, he stood against a decision of a king, and he lost his head. Was he voting? Yes, he was. He gave his opinion. Trustworthy person, the best of best, John the Baptist. He voted and he insists that he will not change his vote. This woman is not lawful for you. It's against the law of God. So either you will be the same as John the Baptist, a person described by Jesus as the best, or you are like this man, who he claimed to be Christian, but in fact he is teaching you to submit to the devil. Be aware of false teachers, the Lord said. If we go right now and we check what the Bible says about rebuking, or what the the book of Hosea says. Clear evidence of what we should do as a Christians. You can go right now and type Bible verses about rebuke. I will do it actually myself. All right. You do not need to be looking far. It takes you 2 seconds. Let us get rid of those filthy websites, CNN, Station of the Devil. All the Bible insists and teaching us about rebuking sin. All of it. Rebuking evil. It's your duty to rebuke. If you don't do it, then who is doing it? This is why Jesus said, you are the salt of the earth. If the salt is damaged, food is damaged. Either you allow the devil to oppress your community because you did not stand against him, or you stand against the devil plan and you oppress the devil. Choose one. This is why I say to you, those people are very dangerous people. The liberals, they would love to play this video for every Christian to convince him to stay home in the day of election. So maybe the coming president will become a homosexual or a transgender, or someone will say the F word to Jesus from the White House window. Actually, this is what Joe Biden is doing. And this guy jumping like a monkey, saying to us that this is not your duty. What is my duty again? Tell me more.
Strength and love your neighbor as yourself.
If you love your neighbor, you don't see his house is burning, and you say, none of my business. Look what he's talking about. What does this have to do with this?
Don't be talking to me about my spiritual responsibility to vote. I don't have a spiritual responsibility to.
The demon inside him is stopped tongue. His tongue is not functioning. No, you do. I mean, everything he's saying is a rubbish. And I warn you, Christians. It's like saying, if you see a woman being raped, it's not your spiritual duty to do physical act to save her. Is our spiritual duty to say no to homosexuality? The answer is yes. Is our spiritual duty to say no to sin? The answer is yes. Is our spiritual duty to guard our children? The answer is yes. So why you cry later because the woke are teaching your kids that the boy is a girl and the girl is a boy? Because you did not vote. You approved their agenda. This man is an evil man. There's one of two options. He is a fool, which means he is not guided by God. He is fooled by the devil, and he thinks he is a good man. Or he is an evil man taking the stage, doing business. It looked like for me, though, the people who they are in the video, they are wearing some old-fashioned clothing. So I think maybe this video is a little bit old. So maybe, you know, I know that always in election, some government, they use, let us say, well-known, famous names, priests, bishops, etc., to promote an idea. And this is happening in every community. You know, Hindus, Muslims, Christians. They bring corrupt so-called religious leaders to do something can affect their election. So I will not be surprised that this guy himself is Democrat. And the election was election about time where we want less Christians to vote. And the less Christians they vote, the more Democrat they win. The more congressmen they are Democrat. And I warn you, Christians, that you don't vote for Republican, you vote for the person. So if the person he support the woke culture, you vote against him. It doesn't matter if he call himself Democrat, Republic, who care? We vote for it is our spiritual duty to stand against the wrong. This guy, he want to make people feel guilty. You're satanic now because you are voting. Suddenly, voting is a crime. Suddenly, voting is against God. In the old days, Kings, they use priests to subdue the population. Like they quote for them a verse from the Bible says that you should not resist the leader. But we have tons of verses about resisting the leaders too. Rebuking the leaders. Standing against the leaders. So when they want they quote one verse and they forget the rest of the Bible. Because this verse only is the one which is going to sponsor their agenda. The rest they will not. Those people are very, very dangerous.
Vote. I have a civic privilege.
Voting is a civic privilege. So why you want to strip the Christians from their privilege? So then who is going to have the privilege? The Antichrist? What's your problem? Supposedly now he's smart. I don't have a spiritual duty to vote. I have civilian privilege. So you don't want the Christian to have their privilege? I mean, this is the last privilege they have. They took Bible from schools, they took it from the hotel, they are taking cross from the mountains, taking cross down from the park. So all of this because you decide to tell the Christian to stay home. While we are the majority. Remember, in this country, the Christians are the massive majority. Which means the major number of people in USA, they never even went once to vote in their lifetime. Why? Because of people like this mentally ill person. And all those sitting in the church, nobody said, "What this is really stupid what he's saying." Nobody really reject. Nobody say, "What are you talking about?" What about one of you, he put his hand up and say, "Hey, why you are making the stage of the church a place of politics then? If politics is not right, isn't it what you are doing now is politics? By saying don't vote?"
Don't be telling me that voting is spiritual. See, that's what happens when you don't read and pray.
Really?
When you don't read and pray, you say, wow, there's a Bible out now that includes the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Isn't that wonderful?
This is what the Christians say. The Christian, they say there's a Bible now, it's called the Constitution. This is what the Christian says. The Christian, they say that this is the Bible. Anyone knows who is this mental man? If anyone know this idiot, call his church and say Christian Prince want to debate him and he challenge him. And you know what? We will not speak only about logic. We are going to quote tons of verses from the Bible about voting. If we go to the book of Samuel, I'm trying to remember the verse. It's, I think, chapter 12, but not sure. Hold on. Let me read. Okay, Samuel 12. I have First Samuel 12. Let us see. I'm trying just. I need to read it all to remember which verse. Okay, if we go. Is it 12? See, I'm getting older. Give me a minute. Yeah, actually, I think Samuel 12, if we read it from 1 Samuel, verse 13 to 25. 13 to 25. You will see all of this is, schooling you about the bad and the evil and how you can stand against them. Right? If somebody can pause for us the verses. You will see what I'm talking about. And there is, many verses. I mean, we can quote. We have, the book about marriage. Speaking about marriage, we have Hosea 8. We have tons of verses. We have Matthew. We have John. We have many verses in the Bible all over, speaking about our duty, our spiritual duty, to stand against evil, including if it is an evil government. And we gave an example of what John the Baptist did. So what this guy is saying is absolutely false. If we go to here to see. All right. Let us play this.
Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. For the transgression of a land many are the princes thereof, but by a man of understanding and knowledge the state thereof shall be prolonged. The poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness, than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men shameth his father. He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. The rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that hath understanding searcheth him out. When righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory. For when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy.
See?
Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay him. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. He that tilleth his land shall have...
Amen to that. So as you see, all of this is speaking about what? That we have a spiritual duty against evil. If you don't stand against the wicked will take over the community. This is actually all what Jesus was doing. Priest will quote for you only that Jesus says, give to Caesar what to Caesar. But they will not quote for you the rest. A person who don't stand against wickedness, he is serving the devil. As simple as that. And those are not priests. Those are the one who bring disasters. The wicked ones, they are destroying the value of family. Do we Christians have a duty, spiritual duty, to protect the value of family? Do we Christians have a duty to stand and rebuke people who teach fornication, homosexuality, all kind of abomination against God? How we do that? He said we have a civil privilege. Well, if that will stop this, we use it. Those people are stupid, and they are obviously not guided by God. People who they are guided by God, Moses himself, was he doing politics? All his book is a book of law. Law and order. So he was a leader, and his agenda is to implement God's words. All the struggle of Israel is either because they abandon God and they follow the law of the pervert, and they are rewarded when they follow the law of God. So if you are a true Christian, you should, as the Christian, to stand against evil, for that will bring destruction for this nation. Do God bless a nation which is corrupt? No. Do God bless a nation which is following sin? The Bible says no. The Bible says God destroys nations. We have many examples. We have Sodom and Gomorrah. We have the Babylon. We have many nations. They're totally destroyed, including even Israel. When they go against God, God take his protection away from them. So if you say, our duty as a Christian is just to read the Bible, you are a liar. The Bible, he commands us to rebuke everyone who commit wrong or do wrong. That is the duty of the Christians. And the first act of the correct rebuke is to make the law in your sight. And then the one who break the law, he will be paying a punishment. That is the best rebuke. People do things because there is no punishment. No punishment. People do as they wish. Heaven and hell itself is a punishment and rebuke. Is it? As for those who persist in sin, rebuke them in the presence of all. How you do that? There's a very good way, civil way. It's called vote. Rebuke them by your vote. For you we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authority, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil. Do you see it? This is the Bible teaching us. Ruler like Joe Biden is teaching us what? He's forcing what in our kids? Should we vote and take him away and bring someone? At least he will not encourage wickedness. At least he is taking our side regardless who is he. So I say to you, my friends, don't let those wicked people make a Christianity a fantasy. What those people they are doing is like a, he make Jesus like a Sadhguru, a yoga guy. So all of Christianity now become what? We sit and we do yoga and we pray to God, and that's it. Spirituality in Christianity is not only about praying and believing. It's about fruits. And that's why Jesus commanded his disciples to go and teach and preach. And that's why Jesus himself, he came to us to save us. See, Jesus do not need to pray to save us. He came to save us. If you want to save someone, you do something physically to save him. So if you have a child is hungry, you go to work so you can make money and you can provide your children's. You don't provide your child by praying to God and then food will come from the roof. That is a foolishness. That's not what God said. The Lord, he said, you work, I work with you. The Lord, he says, you go to war, I will be with you. You go to war. Don't be afraid, I will be with you. But you have to go to war yourself. Physically, not only spiritually. Israel will not win the war against Hamas just by having no army. If they have no army, trust me, they will eat them alive. God, our God, did not teach foolishness. This guy is teaching foolishness. Be aware of false teachers who they are trying to destroy you. If you ask this guy, do you have health insurance? I assure you, yes. Well, do you have a duty to buy health insurance? Did the Bible teach you to buy health insurance? Don't you trust God? So when they want, they make it about trust God, and they make you feel guilty, and they make you feel like you are not following the Bible. But they are the one who dress in expensive clothing, who have nice villas, who have insurance, who have bank account. Do your bank account give you interest? Why you use bank account? So either you are going, I mean, they are really hypocrite. Instead of standing in the church to speak about what's happening, he is saying to you, shut up. Don't correct things. Let the wicked ones take over. Let them change the books on your school to your children. Instead of teaching mathematics, we teach them how to become transgender. So you send your son to school to learn something useful. Your son come home awkward, backward. You don't know what he is. Confused. Because of those people. This is why this wicked man, who is a liberal, he is using the video of this guy. He did not use him because he is good. He used him because he is stupid. He want to convince the Christian not to go and vote. Because those wicked people, they knew if the Christian decide to go and vote, then they will lose. The wicked ones will lose. Is that what they want? So now we see that the wicked ones, the wicked party, the Democrat, is in total agreement with this wicked man who he claimed to be Christian, who is saying to you, don't go and vote. If you vote, you are doing something against God. You see, in those churches, they don't go stand and say, fornication is wrong, you will go to hell. They say, don't go vote. Those are hypocrite like Muhammad. Coward like Muhammad. Liars like Muhammad. People like these, they make me sick. And the Bible warns you, my friend. Listen to them, but don't do what they do. The Bible warns us about to be vigilant, smart, not to be stupid. You know, when you vote, do you know that when you vote, you choose judges too? In America, we choose the judge. We vote for him. So if you vote for a judge, he is wicked. So what will happen to our justice? Wicked justice. Correct? Am I wrong? If the judge is wicked, and then we Christian, we don't go and vote for the good judge, who will be the judge upon us? A wicked man. So if you listen to this guy, you will be doomed. So I say to you, you have a duty, very much spiritual duty, to go and vote. Because if you don't, you are approving a crime. The one who sees something wrong and stays silent, that's mean he agree. And this is what does mean by not voting. You decide to stay mute. You decided to be stupid. Who here don't agree that we should... He agree with this guy that we should not vote? Anyone? Who he think we should not vote? If there's anybody don't agree with voting? If you don't vote against those who they are cursing Jesus, that means you decide to support those who they are cursing Jesus. And those Democratic Party, they curse Jesus every day. In everything they do. They are anti-God. They are anti-Christ. And this potato liar, he said that Joe Biden is a devoted Christian. A guy who changed the day of Easter in the White House to be the day of a transgender empowerment. Somebody's saying CP, it won't work whether we vote or not. Well, such a way of thinking is the reason to lose. It's like saying, you know what, I'm not going to have sex with my wife because either way, I will not have babies. Why will not work? Why? How come will not work? That's it, you decide nothing will change? If you don't vote, you know, if the Board of Education is the one in charge and you don't vote against them, and then they start teaching your kids homosexuality, why you claim and why you cry, look what they are doing to our kids, how it's not going to work? It's your work. If you don't vote against them, they will take over. CP, it will not work no matter what we do. No. In fact, this is happening because you are thinking in such a way. You decide to become stupid. You know, there's two kinds of people. There's people who they are negative all the time, and there's people who they are positive all the time. Wise man is the one who can transfer negativity into positive. What does that mean? I try to accomplish something and I fail. It sounds negative, but in fact it is positive. Why? Because during the process of trying, I learned something. I learned this time what I did was wrong, so I did not succeed. So I'll try again. I might fail again. I will keep trying. So look what happened to the Christians. If the Christians are like this guy who said to us, it doesn't work anyway. Christians, when they left Jerusalem, they were few. You can count them by the fingers of your hands. So imagine Jesus said to them, go and teach and preach. I mean, what is this? How we can make the whole world believe in Jesus? This is a mission impossible. How 5, 6, 7, 8 people can change the world? Who's going to believe in this? Is it possible that few can make almost 3 billion believe in Jesus? This is exactly what you are thinking. If they thought about it that it is impossible, well, they will never accomplish it. They were killed. They were being fed to the lions, to the tigers. They used them as a game. They captured them, they throw them to the wolves, to the tiger, just for fun. Just because they are Christians. But they never give up. So don't be foolish. Foolishness is your weakness. Stupidity is against God. When you say I cannot do it, well, you will never do it anyway, because you just decide it's not going to happen. And regardless of success or failure, still it's your duty to stand against wickedness. It's very stupid to say it's not going to work, even if this is the case. Even if this is the case, it's your duty to stand against evil. Approving evil is supporting evil. Any one of us, if you want to know who is a Christian, who is not, see what he stands for. Not by talking, but by doing. If I am going to travel somewhere, and election time is coming, I change the date to be sure, I will be voting. God is my witness. It happened many times, like in the time where I'm going to go, I need to go somewhere. It is election time. And I know then I cannot vote. And I don't trust voting by mail. God knows what will happen to your mail. Voting is very important for us as Christians because silence against evil is an agreement with the evil. It's an approval. You are supporting the evil. And this is why those people, they are playing this video for you, because they find that this video fit perfectly with their agenda. If we can convince that all Christians stay home, well, for sure, Joe Biden will stay a president. Joe Biden, who changed the Easter day to transgender day. Joe Biden, who put the flag of the homosexual on the White House. Joe Biden, he forbid the Catholic. He forbid what? They say they lie, they say he's a Catholic. This guy is an antichrist. He forbid the Catholic from doing service in Memorial Day. Can you believe it? They do Memorial Day for 60 years. 60 years non-stop. Even Obama did not stop it. The filthy Joe Biden, he forbid the Catholic Church from doing service in the Memorial Day. What is the excuse? Oh, because he is devoted Catholic. Well, obviously he hate Catholic. He hate Protestant. He hate Orthodox. He hate the Jews. And he love Muhammad. And he support Hamas. And he support Iran. Are we lying? It's in front of you. This is just now. This is last month. May 23rd. Is less than 10 days away. This is scumbag. He forced a group, church, in Columbus to sue him. And then after they learned that they being sued, they reversed their decision. This is Joe Biden, the one they are lying to you about. So, if you don't vote against him, I mean, name one thing for me this guy he did not do is not Antichrist. What is why he is upset that the church will do service in the Memorial Day for the soul of those who gave their life? What is the problem? It hurt him, for he is the devil. After they sue him, he reversed his decision. And trust me, he did not reverse his decision because of the sue, because they control the court system. But because he thought about it, it is going to be in the news now. They advise him, you better not to do that. Many people will be angry from you and they will not vote for you. You have to keep yourself in the image of a believer. How you want to convince people that you are a Catholic? So my friends, the one who don't vote against the devil, he is voting for the devil. The Bible says the one who don't speak against us, he is with us. Is that correct? The one who is not against us, He is with us. Well, Joe Biden, is he against us or with us? How we know he's against us? From his fruits. Trump, I'm not going to say he is a good Christian. Maybe he is zero Christian. But the difference is, Trump, he will not do what they are doing. He will not force the woke culture in our kids. Trump have the courage to hold the Bible in his hand. He might be a believer, he might be not. We do not know the heart of people. But he stand against their filthy agenda. And this is what we care for. For God, nobody knows what is in the heart of people except God. What we can judge them with is by their action. What he do in his private life, we do not know. He might be a bad person. He might be a pervert. But we did not vote for him to be a priest. He's not. He never said so. He never claimed so. As long he is going to support what we stand for, then we support what he stands for, which is us. Which means we are not, in fact, voting for him. We are voting for us. So when you vote for Trump, you are voting for the agenda against wickedness. We are not voting for Trump. I never met him. I never know him. We are voting for what he stands for. You vote for him, even if you are a Christian, gas price will be so cheap. Food will be cheap. Rent will be cheap. Your salary without increasing will be higher. Why? Because you can buy more with the same salary. We got this scumbag Joe Biden. What happened? The bread in Walmart was $1 for many years. Suddenly it became 1.70 cents, $2. In California, the gallon is $6, $7. How people can live? So everything they did is a disaster for this country. Those Democrats, they are like rats, who they see the country as a piece of a cheese. But they don't make cheese. They eat the cheese. So be careful and don't vote for them. And if you are a Christian and you don't vote, and you live in America or any country, I say shame on you. You are a disgusting person. And I'm very serious. You don't stand against evil, you are an evil man or woman. When they want to implement a law, says you can have sex with the children, and you don't go, and you can stop that by just vote. No violence, no fighting, no blood. Just a piece of paper, you throw it in the box. What you will lose? But you decide not to do so. That's mean. Any crimes happen against children, it's your signature on it because you did not say no. You can stop it. What they call it law is happening because of your silence or approval. Silence when you don't vote against it, or agreement and you vote for it. Whatever the law is. So when you vote for someone like Joe Biden, you voted for his agenda, not the person. Why the LGBTQ are against Trump and support Joe Biden? Oh, because Joe Biden is a devoted Christian, as this scumbag he said. devoted Christian. According to this potato, Joe Biden is what? Devoted Christian. True story. I'm sure it's true.
Republicanism with Christianity.
This Bible is the King James Version and all.
Look what he
And conflate republicanism with effort to spread Christian nationalism and conflate republicanism with Christianity. Effort to spread Christian nationalism and conflate republicanism with Christianity. Effort to spread Christian nationalism and conflate republicanism with Christianity.
Do you see what how bad is Trump? He want to spread Christian nationalism. Is it wrong to be nationalist? So when I joined the American Army, is that because I want to support Iraq? Or because I want to support USA? Do you see how filthy they are? They are angry because they are afraid from Christianity to wake up. They are afraid that people who love this country, they now will be joined by a motive, additional motive, not only love their country, they love God. And they love being Christians. This is why they are so scared. And they are saying, look what he is doing.
Included, all as part of this concerted effort to spread Christian nationalism and conflate republicanism with Christianity.
Conflict conservatism with Christianity? Conflict? How that will conflict? You cannot be conservative unless you are following God. Conservative is someone, he is concerned. Concerned about wicked people like you who make money from the devil, who promote evil, calling it good. So you cannot be conservative without being Christian. You cannot. As an example, many here and there, they say this woman, her name, Condanis, whatever her name, or Tucker Carlson, are conservative. In fact, they are liberals. They are what? Liberals. Conservative is not someone he support a person, he is a pimp. Do you agree? Many stupid ones, naive ones, they think that those are conservative. Have you ever heard of someone conservative? He fly all the way to meet someone. He have no shame, and he say he lured women into porn business. How in the world those are conservative? Those are if those are the conservative, so who is the devil? Conservative is not someone who go and make interview with Andrew Tate and he say to him, you're right. This whore, she float all the way to Romania to say to him how we can save the world. It turned to be that pimp is her best example, not Jesus. And then she claimed she is fired because she said Jesus is king. What do you know about Jesus, you whore? Did you remember Jesus when you went to meet with the pimp who destroyed the life of many naive women, and he lured them to work for him and make him millions of dollars doing a human trafficking? Did you remember Jesus that this guy is being even accused of rape? And he have a gang? And this is the woman, she is conservative. Those people, they use religion or a group of religion as a ladder to climb. So this woman, Candace, whatever her name, she started supporting Israel. But Israel today does not give, you know, she made a video, she said, before she started changing, there's a big change happening. Look at the street. Look how many people striking against Israel. And right away she starts speaking against Israel. Because now she noticed that the trend is changing. So to make business is not with Israel no more. She used to be invited to speak, you know, because she opposed them. But now she is awoke like them. Nothing changed. And then she claimed that she is conservative and she is fired because she said Jesus is king. What? Hold on. You work in a Jewish company. The guy he have tons of interviews speaking against Jesus. How come you did not resign at that time? Many, many years ago, I received an invitation from a newspaper in Israel. They offer me to give me a space in their newspaper. I emailed them back. I said, I don't mind, but I have a question. Do you in your newspaper speak anything against Christ? The answer came that this is a free country, and in our newspaper everything is possible to be published. So I said, I'm going to publish. So they want to use me to speak against Islam, but me, Christian Prince, is going to write in the same newspaper, maybe next article next to me, saying the F word to Jesus. For me, it's an opportunity to be more known. But it's a shame to be known by being writing in the same organization, speaking against Christ. So how this woman she worked for a Jewish company all those years, and she became a millionaire from them. And now suddenly she is against Israel. Same as this scumbag Tucker Carlson. He went all the way to meet with this pimp. Suddenly, Fox News is a fake news. So all those years you were working for whom? And if you listen to the interview, you will see how filthy their language is. The F word every 2 seconds. But then you will see many donkeys, they say to you, well, those are his conservative. Yeah, the left, they hate him. He is the left. You know, many people, they become so doomed to the point they don't understand what conservative means. Is conservative is just someone who opposes whatever the left says? Or someone, he is always wrong. He's wrong about everything. War in Ukraine. Well, this guy, he hates Ukraine. Why? I do not know. I mean, Ukrainian is not the one who invaded Russia. It's very simple, no? Suddenly, and then he went to Russia, and he been to the supermarket to show us how cheap. He want to show us what $100 they do in Russia supermarket. He forgot the stupid that in Russia people's salary is less than $300. And those people, they were saying, wow, look at this, how cheap Russia is. I mean, a human being is so silly and so stupid. Abdul, if I go to Russia and the food is cheap there, and I, with $100, I can buy many things which really more expensive in USA, it doesn't mean it's cheap. It's still so expensive, but it's cheap for me. How many citizens in Russia, they make $3,000? This is how they fool people. They have no dignity. They have no honesty. So he go and he meet with tyrant, criminal, who sent the Muslim army to kill the Ukrainian. And then he want to tell you that Russian, they have a fancy life. Well, let us see their cars. Let us see their houses. Let us see what the salary of a teacher in Russia. I'm just giving you an example how those people, they fool you. No shame. Nobody want to use his brain really for a second and say, you know what? First of all, how much the salary of someone who live in Russia? What is the salary of a person there? Then we can find out if it's really cheap or not. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. Then we can find out if it's really cheap or not. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people are very naive and very silly. What I understand, that the majority of people Look, the price of the wine was $7. Abdul, I can get you a wine in Walmart for $4. So in Russia, $5 is a lot. That's a lot of money. So we are in a time where conservative is not really about being conservative. It's about opposing whatever people say in TV, we say no. If people say go right, we say go left. It's just to be opposing, and that will make us conservative. Conservative is someone who stands against everything not sponsored or supported by God teaching. Otherwise, this is not conservative. Opposing Biden doesn't make you conservative. Because you might be opposing Biden because you have a more lousy agenda. So be careful with those statements and, you know. All right. Because currency from USA is strong and in Russia weak, that means in two of countries everything is cheap. Yeah, because you know, if you go to Russia and you take $1,000 with you, this is a salary of 2 months for more than average person. I saw a video made by Russian going interviewing people, a teacher, retired nurse, IT, all kind of jobs, and the salaries goes from there is some they have salary of $200 a month. There's a teacher is retired. I remember it was $160 a month. Retired teacher. He lived by $160. So when this stupid Carson, he go into the mall and he do shopping and he say, look what I spent for $100. He's just being an idiot. All what he bought in the cart will not be enough for today's food. The question is, how much is my salary in that country? Trucker Carson, he make a month, I don't know how many $1 million. So what 100 or 500, what 1,000 for him? Right? But I was really amazed about the comment underneath of the video when Trucker Carson, he showed himself doing shopping, and how people are astonished how cheap it is in Russia, brother. Wow, look how cheap it is in Russia. Oh boy. I found him very silly, but this is telling me how naive the Americans are. I'm really serious. Very naive. To the point they were impressed with the stupidity. I mean, if his stupidity impress you. If I go to Japan, I will find that Japan is way more expensive than USA. Does that mean Japan is a bad place? No, they have better income. They have better salary, fit with their income. So at the end of the day, it's going to be almost the same. If a person comes to visit USA and he is coming from Russia or Ukraine, he will find it very expensive. But if he starts working here, it's going to be the same. You judge the price of things based on what and how much money an average person he make. There's tons of videos in YouTube made by a Russian, not by propaganda agenda, Russian, and they show you what the average salary is. Anyway, going back to our topic. We mentioned those names just to show you that conservative does not mean someone who opposes the left, whatever they say. Because they poison us too. In fact, he supports the left too. Because the Russian president is left. He is not conservative. How we know? If he is conservative, a Christian conservative, he should support Armenia against Azerbaijan. He watched the Armenian being slaughtered and he did nothing. Even though the Armenian, they have agreement, defense with Russia. Yet, he decided to sell the Armenian to the Turkish. A conservative Christian, as Putin he claimed to be, he will not support Hamas against anyone, for Hamas want to kill every Christian. A conservative Russian, as Putin, will not arm the Iranian. I mean, name this guy, name one country he armed, they are not Antichrist. Just name them. Even Erdogan is his friend. So people are fooled. They think conservative is someone who go to the church when there is a mass or service just to take pictures, and then supposedly he is the Christian guy. That does not make him a Christian. He killed in this war more than 1 million Christians for nothing. What is the accomplishment? Nothing. From both sides. Why? How many orphans? How many rape? How many houses destroyed? Is that what the Christian king he do? Russia is the biggest country in the world. The biggest totally. Do he need more land? Is he really fighting for land? Is he defending Russia? No. He's a beast. So don't be fooled by those who they claim to be conservative. For the name can be discovered by the fruits. All the conservative parties I see, including the Republican, they are not conservative. Republicans are not conservative. There is individual in the Republican Party are conservative. But there's a big number on the Republican Party are the last one to be called conservative. So if their agenda fit with their agenda somehow, but does not mean they are conservative. And does not mean they are truly Christians. That's why I said, we will not vote for a party. We will vote for the individual and what they stand for. So if a Tucker Carlson, he said, I'm going to be a congressman or a senator, I will be the last one to vote for him. This guy is mentally ill. He's saying no just to be known. It's like a crazy guy. He decided to go in the opposite direction of the highway, so every TV station will talk about him. So it doesn't matter what the other side say, he's saying no right away. Even when he went to talk to the Russian president, right away he started making very weird sound and very act. Ha ha, you know, you do not say, ha ha ha. He have a mental illness. And if you admire him, obviously you are suffering from the same mental illness. Anyone have a question for me? Elon Tusk, he's saying, Christian Prince, you are expert in politics. You know how everyone think and everything. Well, no, this is not what I'm saying, but maybe you are so smart to think about it this way. Maybe you have a flat tire in half of your brain. What I am saying, the Bible is our guideline, and the Bible says, from their fruits you shall know them. So I do not need to know everything. All what I need to know is your fruits. So if someone, his name is Trucker Carson or Truck Carson, either he is a person who have good fruits or he have garbage. His politics is not my interest. It is the fruits. So when we say we believe in what the Lord he said, from their fruits we shall know them, that means when we judge people, we are not judging the person, we are judging the fruits. It doesn't mean we know everything, it means we know the fruits. So do you agree with me that the fruits of a Trucker Carson is a stupid fruits? What is the accomplishment of a Trucker Carson in the history of a human being? What he accomplished? A person who is angry, he support a dictator. Anyone speak against him, he disappear. And he believe that in Russia there is democracy and in America there is not. You know what? I have an offer for Trucker Carson to move to Russia and speak once against Putin. Just once. Let us see what will happen. Is that correct? So it's not about I know everything and you do not know anything. But stupid things is easy to know. How you praise a dictator? Name for me one person opposed Putin did not die. One was killed in the bridge. One was poisoned in Germany. Then he's stupid. He went back to Russia. He died in jail. The guy is young. The other one, he commits suicide. The other one, he was killed from guy from Chechnya. I mean, it's miraculous. Anyone who speak against Putin, he died. Sound very familiar to me. I'm from the Middle East. I know how it worked there. And then Trucker Carson, he go there and he's praising him. Somebody says a trucker most of the time is right. Okay, give me one time he's right. Give me one time he's right. Is he right because he is against Joe Biden? Is that what makes him right? Well, this is the obvious. I mean, you do not need to be genius to know that Joe Biden is not doing good. Give me one thing he was right about. Vaccine. Okay, so guys, he was right about the vaccine. First of all, how we know that he was right about the vaccine before we know what the vaccine is? What if he was wrong? Are we doing gambling? Is he a doctor? Did he study it? Did he do research? As I said, this is the guy who go and say no just to be known. It's not because it is right and wrong. It's like a teenage. His mom, she say don't go, he go. His mom, she say he stay, he go. Don't. She say go, he stay. So he's not opposing because he's smart. He opposed because this is how he can be famous. In the top of that, this vaccine was not good, but there's other vaccines prove that they are right. Many children, they used to be in disability in a young age because of diseases. So if we say vaccine is always wrong, this is stupid. You don't know until you see it, you see what happened, you see the result. So this guy, he sponsored conspiracy series. And people, they love conspiracy. So now I fabricate a story. And whatever the story is, people like it. I saw the Bigfoot in my backyard. I was right. There's a Bigfoot. But nobody saw one. So when you say he was against the vaccine, there's millions against the vaccine. But is that because really they are right or wrong? No. This is supposed there should be a freedom of choice. People to take it or not. It's not because vaccine should not be enforced on people. But vaccine can be very good. Maybe it's not good for you. Maybe it's good for somebody else. Maybe a person, he take vaccine, he might die because he's so old. Maybe he can't handle it. Maybe have other disease. So this is a very wrong idea to say he was right about the vaccine. He opposed it without even knowing what the vaccine is. For me, I see this guy. You see, there's no way a person, he is wrong in everything. But when I say name for me, one thing he was right about, something special. The name for me one thing. And how you can be smart in everything except the most important things. Like, was Tucker Carlson a smart person when he went to visit Andrew Tate? And he agreed with him in everything? Was he right? What is the value we learn from this interview? A person is accused of rape. My friend, those people, they don't care. They use anything as a ladder to climb. So this guy, he was in Fox News all his life. Well, Fox News is a fake news, but you were working there, supporting their fake news. How come it was not fake news when you are there? You are the only one person who was telling the truth there? They noticed that Andrew Tate is becoming very famous and become a trend. So they decide to fly so they can gain more trend. That's all. Otherwise, what they share together? And I know many of you will support those people. But for me, I say to you, those people are nothing but a trash. Again, the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. Tell me who is your friend, I will tell you who you are. If this is your friend, you are a piece of shit. And I say it with a clear voice. A person, he fly all the way to meet a person who made thousands of videos teaching even people how to lure women so they can be sex trafficked by them, making money from them. What is your ethic? Let us say Tucker Carlson was 99.9% right. But don't you think going meeting with this guy is the biggest evil act he did in his lifetime? What if his daughter, Tucker Carlson, one day been lured by one of the fans or the student of Andrew Tate to work in a porn website? I'm sure Tucker Carlson will be grateful. So don't tell me he is conservative. He is not concerned, but he is vative. I feel sorry for you if you believe them. So they claim to be Christian, they claim to be conservative, but then if you watch the interview, watch it. Very sick. Very disgusting sick. They don't care for anything. They follow the trend. You know, there's many things Trump he did when he was a president. How come Tucker Carlson did not oppose him? There's many things. Anyone remember when Trump he decided to withdraw from Syria? This was for the benefit of Erdogan. And Erdogan, he started attacking, slaughtering Christians and Kurdish. According to Tucker Carlson, why we should be there? What do you mean why we should be there? I mean, look at the stupidity. This guy is the one who's conservative. If we are not there, they will surround our troops. If you say we should withdraw totally, well then, forget about the Middle East. You have a very important interest in the Middle East. All your air flight and airplanes, they have to go through. All oil, all trade, all business. Mediterranean is extremely important. People say stupid things. Why we should be there? You are not there for a journey. It's not for a trip. You are not doing charity. Why we are there? If you don't go there, somebody else will be there. And they will suffocate you. So, he says stupid things. He opposes without understanding. Very shallow, very stupid, very silly. And there is many people just say, oh, we should not be there. What our business? So it is a good business of Russia to come to Syria, but it's not our business to come to Syria. Huh? How is that? This is Trucker Carson opinion. Good for Russia to be in Syria, but not good for America to be in Syria. Watch his videos on love. I mean, either you are against any country to be in different country, or you support that. But you support Russia to be in Syria, but America should not be there? In my opinion, he's a traitor. My friend, Tate is not conservative, so we can say he can bring vote for conservatives. Those who follow Tate are pimps. Men who they are hookers. So don't fool yourself and say people who like Tate are conservative. They are pimps. The one who listen to someone who keeps saying the F word every 2 seconds, those are your conservative? Those are piece of shit. Excuse my language. You see how how people are deceived? Suddenly, conservative is someone he is a fan of a pimp. What's wrong with people? Do you see who is conservative these days? Can you believe it? So now conservative is those who they are fan of the filthy android tits. So who is the pimps then? If those are the conservative, who are the losers? All the fan of android tates are not conservative. They are very much pervert. And they are liberals. And they are Democrat. This guy, all what he cared for, that he is the man, women, they should be their slaves. That's all. Otherwise, he are not. Well, is that what conservative, is that what the Bible teach you? Mr. Conservative? Do the Bible teach you that women is your slave and we should lure them into sex business and we buy for them 100 camera and everyone in a room and then we make them and we fool them about how much we pay them? Is that what the Bible teach you? This is the conservative now? What's wrong with people? Obviously, we are in a time where people, they are mixing between conservative and those who oppose certain trends in society. So now, if I say women, they should be, we should, treat women, treat the man, be the man, and don't let the women control you. So I'm conservative. No, this is not what conservative do. You are the master of your house by love, not by violence. You are the master of your house by wisdom, not by aggression. The man, he lead his house by being a man, not by being a pimp. A person who is being a pimp, he is the last one to claim to be a man. His clothes, his perfume, his watch, his socks, his underwear, his pant, his shoes, all is paid by porn. You are the last one to teach me how to be a man. So we are in a time where people, in order to make money, they don't care how to make money. To the point they go and they want to get a degree from a pimp. And the pimp become a teacher and he open a university, but yet he don't have high school. A pimp want to give you a PhD. This is how stupid the society today is. This is what you did to your children by voting to no one, letting Democrat taking over your life. Andrew Tate is the fruits, and Tucker Carlson are the fruits of the liberals. Society free from every ethic. Fornication, sex, porn, everything is a business. Everything become a business. Nothing is ethical. Tucker Carlson don't do journalism, he do vandalism. But he is the same as all those who call themselves journalists. They don't do journalism, they do vandalism. And sometime, or most of the time, they look carefully at where we can be famous. So if opposing this thing will make us more famous, we oppose it. Not because it's wrong. Like many, they are against Putin, so we oppose them. But Putin is a scumbag. There's tens of thousands of people in jail just because they spoke about him. If you say the word war in Russia, you will be arrested. You should say operation. A Christian Orthodox priest, he posted in the website of the church, "We pray to God this war will finish soon." Second day he was arrested because he said the word war. You should not say war. You can't even say, you can't choose even how to describe it. You have to say operation. So be careful. Those people don't represent anything about conservative. Even Trump is not conservative. Only foolish people, they think in such a way. But we are voting for Trump because we don't have other options. We don't have third option. Either the woke society of Joe Biden or Trump. So if we say Trump, 70–80% of what he stands for is what we stand for. Or Biden, who have zero things he stands for, we stand for. Which one we vote for? Somebody saying, Line, he is saying he support Putin as a Christian leader. Okay, Line, can you tell me what make him a Christian? Is that because he considered Kadyrov his son? And he sent Kadyrov army to rape Ukrainian women and burn churches and steal the goods of the Ukrainian? He considered Putin a Christian leader. Stupidity. The Christian leader who was watching the Armenian being slaughtered, and not only that, he commanded them. He sold them old missiles made in the 60s. You cannot even use them to defend themselves. He forbid them. Imagine, he forbid the Armenian to use weapon they bought from Russia. He's a Christian leader. All right. Well, for us as a Christian, Jason, we do not need to play games. If we are Christians, we don't play games. We do what is right. Those who want to play games, the gamers, and the gamers are people who have no ethic. This is what game is about. You change your position because you are playing. A person who have ethic, and his ethic is based in belief, he will not play games. Same time, I'm not going to vote for Trump because of a Tucker Carlson. In fact, Tucker Carlson, someone like him, if I want to listen to him, is the last one to make me vote for Trump. This guy is disgusting. Literally disgusting. I never saw one thing he said is not true. As a game. A true game for him. The vaccine is a true game for him. I know that many oppose the vaccine. And they spoke and they make a lot of a propaganda from both sides. Who you believe you do not know, because we are not really in touch with the reality. Everybody lied to everybody. However, if you don't want to take the vaccine, don't take it. Don't make a drama about it. You are lucky because you live in America. Can't Tucker Carlson say don't take vaccine in Russia? How come he don't attack the Russian for forcing the vaccine on the citizen? If Putin is a smart and a good guy, etc., but this is what they did in Russia too. In fact, the Russians are the first one who claim they make vaccine. The first one. Is that correct? Is that correct, guys? The first one who came with the vaccine idea, it was the Russian. So how come Tucker Carlson did not start trashing Putin? He never trashed him for that. So you trash the government in USA for vaccine, but you don't trash your friend Putin? Hypocrite. Both did the same. The Chinese did the same. The Chinese, they locked everybody inside his house. For almost a year, nobody can get out. In Singapore, did the same. In Taiwan, in Hong Kong. This guy, he is just a pervert, idiot. He got known by opposing. Right? Then you know what the people, they think, oh wow, he knew the vaccine is bad. How you know it was bad? Maybe you were dead if you did not take the vaccine. How you know? Well, how you know? I mean, this is really funny. I took the vaccine, by the way. I took the vaccine because I said to myself, I was flying. If I don't have vaccine, maybe they will not even let me get in the country. So I took it. I took it. Nothing happened to me. What the vaccine did to me? The only thing I noticed that my right foot have 6 fingers now, and my spine have extra like spine increased. I get taller. I used to be 100 centimeter, and now I am 102 centimeter. What the vaccine did to me? Nothing. So, you know, people, they can lie as much as they want. What the vaccine did? Nothing. I can carry fridge by myself without any help, alone. I used to do it before, I can do it now. Nothing happened. So they can say he's right about the vaccine. Right about what? What happened? No, I'm not live in Discord. So they can say whatever they want. You know, if you take the vaccine, you will die. If you take the vaccine, you will become a female. You know, I still have one. Trust me, it's there. Until now, I'm a male. I mean, I heard all kind of stories about this vaccine. This vaccine will change your gender. This vaccine will make you lose your hearing. Trust me, I hear the cockroach from a sound of a mile distance. I cannot sleep. To the point, even yesterday, they sent me a frog right next to my window. So what the vaccine story is about? Victory, here we go, vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. People are silly. You take it, you don't take it. This is your decision. What is your say about David Ick? I don't know who is this guy. Who is this guy, David? I never heard of him. You know, a human being is weak in the mind. As an example, I told you this story before. A guy, he used to be an admin for me in a chat room, Paltalk. So after he became an admin, maybe 10 days after, 2 weeks, I forgot, he came, he says, CP, do you think because I became an admin in your chat room and you are insulting Allah, he caused my cat to die? I said, what? He said, my cat died. I said, really? He said, yeah, because how come now? I said, wow. How she die, man? I said, I don't know. She got sick and died. So now, because you are thinking about something, anything happened to you, you will blame the vaccine. But you're always, you know, I mean, a human being gets sick all the time. A human being, you know, he have problems all the time. But now because you decide to follow the trend, somebody telling you the vaccine will do this, the vaccine. So now anything happened to you, it must be the vaccine. This guy, in his mind, oh, what is new happen? I just became an admin in Christian Prince chat room. He insult Allah. It must be the vaccine of Allah caused my cat to die. So if you are weak in the mind, you are going always to find a reason, to make a reason. The data, well, data, I took the vaccine, nothing happened to me. I mean, what data will tell you? How come nothing happened to me? I took it. I took the vaccine, the one is one shot. I don't want to go 2 shot. I took it before I fly. What data? You people believe anything? Anyway, regardless, let's say the vaccine was bad. I believe strongly that a human being is a foolish creature, and he follow a trend more than a fact. So now, if the propaganda starts saying the vaccine was wonderful, everybody will praise Mr. Vaccine. It's just about conspiracy and how we oppose a government. If Trump is the one who said vaccine, but Trump, when he was in the president, he said we are working hard to make a vaccine. So Tucker Carlson will not oppose the vaccine if it was made by Trump or commanded by Trump, but he will oppose it because it's made by Biden administration. This is what I call hypocrisy and, you know, a fallacy. Either you are with it or oppose it. Somebody's saying, CP, you followed a trend by getting it to please others. Getting what? You mean the vaccine? No. I took it not to please, because they are saying you cannot enter those countries if you don't have vaccine. I'm not pleasing anyone. I'm doing what is right for me. This is not about pleasing anyone. You're being silly. If I cannot fly, I cannot get inside the airplane. If I don't have a vaccine, how that is pleasing anyone? You want to fly? You have to take it. Okay, I will take it. I'm not pleasing anyone. Either I stay home, I don't fly, or I take it. When I joined the army, anyone here been in the army? Who been in the army before, USA Army? Anyone? When you join the army, They're still giving you shots, one after one, one after one. One of them is not even good for a horse. Honest to God. It's like the phone, you know, the phone box, you know. There's handles, you put your hand in on them, and there's a nurse, she come from behind you and she give you a shot in the size of a horse. The one they give them to the horse, boom. And man, I saw a person, he faint immediately. Honest to God, he faint. Nobody question what those vaccines for. We don't even know what they are for. Until now, I do not know what they are for. What's wrong with people? Why those people want to give me a vaccine to kill me? I'm a soldier. I want to fight for my country. I trust that they are not doing it for me for a bad reason. But if you want to follow a trend of conspiracy, well, you know, this will go for everything. Do you know that what they put for you in the yogurt? Do you know what they put for you in the milk? Do you know what chocolate is made from? Do you know what you don't know? So if you are a person who follow, you know, like a conspiracy, you will never enjoy your life. Do you know that your son might be not your son? How do you know that your son is your son? Huh? You have no idea. Bigfoot Nation. Right? There was a protest in the army against this. For me, I will take it. Why I will not take it? They are expensive shots. I will take them. Nothing happened to me. I saw many, they got so sick, really. Those shots, like especially one of them was really horrible. It caused a lot of pain. And I told you, I saw one, he fainted immediately. But for me, it was just normal. Nothing happened, really. And I believe they are good for me. Why not? What will happen? You see, nature, in the old days, strong man, he live, weak person die. And I believe today is the same. So if you are a weak person, anything will kill you. Not necessarily the vaccine. It can be the disease itself. But we are in a time, people, they oppose, there's a trend, you are with or against, what you are against, what you are, So I agree that we should not force citizens to take a vaccine. We should not force things on people. But, I believe in the same time, because they are being ignorant about the disease, all of them, they were confused. They didn't know what to do. Including Trump, he was very confused. All of them, they have a bad reaction for what happened. Nobody was doing the right thing, including Trump. But to say only Biden was doing, I noticed that state run by Republican, they were more relaxed and more wise to deal with it. But even those Republican states, in the beginning, they went in a chaos mode. In fact, most of Republican states, when the disease started, they made like a curfew from, I think, etc. hour to etc. hour during the day. You cannot go anywhere. The whole day, actually. You can go only for emergency from your home or to do shopping only for food. So everybody was, going in chaos because obviously nobody have an idea about what this is about. But anyway, Mr. Vaccine is not our enemy. Our enemy, number one enemy, how we can give vaccine to the stupidity. If there's any solution? If there's a solution for, can we make a vaccine for stupidity? I hope that will be discovered soon. Because I believe the biggest disease society is suffering from is stupidity. To the point, a person can make you do things you don't believe in it, but just because he is famous. Right? if we are in a time where people, they take their vaccine from a pimp and the other vaccine from an idiot, he's a journalist, I don't know what to say. Those are your philosopher now. They are the one who tell you take vaccine or not. Dr. Andrew Tate and Dr. Tucker Carlson. I mean, this is reality, what you can say. You know, the first job I did in my life, it was journalism. Like, let's say, the first job sitting behind a table and using a pen. Otherwise, I worked since a very early age, actually. I was studying in the law school, and I work at night to fix Arabic grammar, Arabic print for a newspaper. And I saw how journalism works. As an example, almost every few days, we have an article against Al-Qaddafi, which is the president of Libya at that time, before they killed him. Against him. He's bad, he is crazy, he is mental, he is against Allah, he is teaching people to that his green book, he made a book, it's called the Green Book, is the best and better than the Quran. And then suddenly, because I correct the grammar and the Arabic writing, I have a duty to read all the newspaper, or let us say big portion. It's not only me working. There is a department. There's a few of us. Each, you know, we divide the newspaper pages. Each one of us, he fix a page. So you have to read, you know, at least your duty in the all newspaper before they publish it. So then suddenly they start making articles saying how amazing the Qaddafi, how wonderful he is, he made his country green, he made a tunnel in the desert, he is the king of Africa, he is, what happened? So I went to the editor and I asked him, I said, sir, there's a mistake here. He said, what? He said, for the last 3 months, every few days we have an article against Al-Qaddafi, and now the article I just corrected today, it says the opposite. He said, yeah. The big boss, he received a big check from the Libyan embassy just yesterday. So now we have to fix it. So they were attacking the guy, speaking about him, dictator, filthy, scumbag, mental, not Muslim, bad person. They receive a big check, and then suddenly, he is a good guy, perfect guy, wonderful guy, made the desert green. So journalism is like that. They will attack you. They will make scandals. They will publish things about you until you give them a bone. And then I learned that journalism, which was my dream really to work in it, I said, this is really, I like to be there because I like to put my opinion in public. You know, this is why actually I applied to work in this newspaper. Even the job I'm looking for, I mean, I said to myself, let me just like step in so they will know me. I will start from a lower, I'm a student right now anyway, I mean, nobody know me. But if I start here, at least now they will know me. The newspaper owner will know me, the writers will know me. You know, it's just a start. But then I notice by working with them, that there is no journalism. You know, an article about tea. Tea is bad. Scientists from Japan, he discovered that tea can cause cancer. Tea can cause the change of the color of the skin, wrinkles in the face, losing a vision, you know, blood clot, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I believe it really. I start slowing and drinking tea. I even told my dad, don't drink too much tea. Look what I... And then, few months after, they started saying, they were writing the article that coffee is better and tea is bad, very bad. Few months after, they start saying the opposite. The benefit of coffee and why tea is not the good choice. I mean, it's the same newspaper. And then I asked them, what's wrong with this? Is it tea is good or bad? They said, it's not really. This is an article not written by us. Don't you see there's no name? those companies who they import tea or coffee, they send this article, we publish it. It's paid. This is commercial. I said, this is commercial? What? It doesn't say commercial. I said, yeah, it doesn't, but it's commercial. So suddenly there's a scientist from Japan, there's scientists from China, there's always a lie. So is the tea is right? Or is the coffee is better? So when you read in the newspaper, you should know that everything you read there most likely is a fraud. Stock market, they want to, like, a company is losing their value of their shares. They pay newspaper to say, there is sound like we heard in the news that a big deal is going to happen. This company is going to have a big investor coming from Japan or whatever it is. Because the stock market is very much involved with the news. The news will impact the price. People start buying. So we save the company from going bankrupt, but just by making an article. If you publish right now a news that Tesla is going to be sued by whatever, for some reason, stock price will go down so fast. Just make a news is going to be sued. It's just news. An article made about AT&T company is going to be sued because the cable they use it's possible it caused cancer. It was a fraud. The stock price of AT&T went down. So this is showing you how much the influence of a news can have impact in economy, on ethic, on voting, on even your science, even your education. This is why you have to be vigilant and don't let those people affect you. Don't take what you see in the news for granted. When Fox News was talking about the war in Syria, Fox News, when Obama was in the office, they were saying why Obama don't attack, why he allowed this dictator, etc. Trump, he took the office. Suddenly, Tucker Carlson, we should not go there. We have no business to be there. The same station. In the time of Obama, every day, they wipe the floor with Obama because he is not attacking the Syrian regime. The same president, the same war, a new American president, his name is Trump. Suddenly, we should not be there. The same person, Tucker Carlson. Jesus Christ is my vaccine. Well, I don't know if this is really what Jesus, he told you. Christ, he told us to be wise and not to be foolish, my friend. So, do you take medicine or you say Jesus is my medicine? If your son need a surgery, do you take him to the hospital or you say Jesus is my doctor? So we are not foolish people who say things it's foolish or we harm ourselves. The Lord, he told us to be wise. Never trust any news. Any news. Those people, they are just doing business. You see, anything is not a charity, total charity. It's a business. Do you agree? As an example, those women and that Candace, I don't know why I cannot say her name. I cannot remember it. When she make a video, is she making millions of dollars? Or she is doing a service for you? It's not a service. It's make a lot of. They are rich. They are making a lot of money from those videos. They will not spend 1 minute for you with you for free. Not even 1 minute. If the minute for them don't make them money, they will not open their mouth. And this is how you know that they are not really the one you can trust. They are not sitting with you to be friendly to you, speaking to you, help you. No, no, they are not doing charity. They are just doing a pure business. So how you can trust those who they are doing pure business to be your advisor? Especially about things that have to do with ethic. Are they ethical when they make a lot of money from your back? All right. I don't know if you are getting my idea. You will notice that all those YouTubers, they have buy my t-shirt, buy my hat, my shopping store, you know, before even they start talking, don't forget to donate to us. You know, I mean, then you know that they are not there to do charity work. They are there to buy and sell. And you are their product. You know, how many of you says to me, hey, CP, why you don't make a t-shirt? We will buy it. I imagine I go and I have a store underneath of my videos on YouTube, Christian Prince t-shirt, Christian Prince hat, a Christian Prince underwear. I think that would be expensive too, especially if it was used by me. So here you know actually what kind of people you are dealing with. They are just doing business. If I am a person who is buying and selling, okay, no problem. I mean, this is what I do. But don't claim that you are a person who is coming to teach me ethic and what is right, what's wrong. But yet, by what you do, you became a billionaire. Yeah. You would buy a CP t-shirt? But I will never do that. I know. I will never do that. I am not even modernizing my YouTube. YouTube can send me, click here, you know, etc., blah, 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 monetize, partner with us, see the opportunity, and I keep rejecting. Don't you notice you cannot donate to me here? You cannot. Why? I don't want it. The second you sign with the devil, he starts telling you what to do, what you cannot do. Right now, I say whatever I want. They cannot tell me a warning, don't say that, not allowed. You cannot talk like that, you know. Leave me alone. The second they are paying you, from that moment, you are their puppy. Are you a Mazir? No, I'm not. All right, that's a good idea, everyone. Just buy a t-shirt and print Christian Prince over it. Well, you want to do that? It's up to you. I mean, well, not none of my business. But I will never buy and sell stuff. I'm not here for that. We are not even highlighting my Patreon. You know, we go live, we go down, we go, you know, it's there in the screen. People want to like to support us, you are welcome. We don't mention it. But I'm just showing you that you have to be careful in what you hear and what people say to you. Don't just follow the conspiracy and whatever people say. You know, I am against Joe Biden. But there's things Trump he did too is stupid. Very stupid. But generally speaking, I have no choice but to support Trump, because at the end of the day, it makes more sense to support him, regardless of who you are. All right. And you know, a person he is honest, a person who rebuke the most close person to him, not only the stranger. So if you support Trump, whatever he do, that means you are a hypocrite. It's like, you know, somebody, he is, you know, we have many examples in the internet. Someone, he is a Protestant, he keeps saying Protestant as the perfect Protestant, or someone is a Catholic, man, they are the only true Christians, etc. But in reality, if they are honest, they should stand against many things. And all those churches, each one of them have something wrong in their practice. Each one of them. But because they become loyal to sect, not to God, their loyalty to sect destroy their faith. So now, if their priest and he is one of their church, he do or say something wrong, instead of rebuking him, they defend him, because they are not there to stand for the right. They are there to stand for a group. It's like some churches became like a gang. So I defend my church, you defend your church. It doesn't matter if your church or my church are doing wrong. It doesn't matter if my priest or your priest is a scumbag, like the Muhammadan. So you have to be careful and not to fall into such a trap. A true Christian is someone, he stands always with what is right. When our church members do right, well, they are wonderful. When they do wrong, we rebuke them. And we say you are doing wrong. It's like if you have a kid and you love your kid for sure. The best way to help your kid is to rebuke him when he is wrong, not to support him all the time. Because how your son will know that he is doing bad now? If anything he do, you say to him, yeah, I stand with you. In fact, you are killing your son. You are not supporting him. You have to stand against your own family member. It doesn't matter how close to you he, she is when they are wrong. For this is the only way to help them, is to show them that they are wrong. And this goes for everything. So don't stand with me if I'm wrong. Just because, oh, I like Christian Prince, he is I think he is a good guy. You know, there's nothing is called good guy. There's no good guy. All mankind are sinners. All of us, we are sinners. So sometimes we, we do right, sometimes we do wrong. And it's our duty, if you love a person, is to become a guardian to this person. How? By rebuking this person when he do wrong. This is how you can be guardian. And this is why we say that this guy, when he said we should not vote in this church, I was really so upset of what he is saying, because this is absolutely false. It is you being guardian to the society as a Christian. It's your duty. When I vote, it's the same as I am giving my opinion in front of somebody need help, or rebuking someone doing bad, or standing against evil. And then those Christians, when they want, they say to you, there's a verse in the Bible that says, don't resist evil. False. The Bible is not teaching about this. The Bible is speaking about not to resist evil by doing evil. Rebuking wrong is not wrong. And you are resisting evil. And there's tons of verses in the Bible about that. Any question? Why did the Pope kiss the Quran? Well, why you don't ask the same question for someone is a Protestant or Orthodox doing the same act and even more, how come only the Pope, is the target? Why we throw rocks at the Pope alone? Just a few days ago, we showed you a channel. There's a Christian, Protestant, and evangelical, whatever, all kind of churches. All they are praising Allah, praising Muhammad, praising the Quran. How come only the Pope is the problem? This reminds me of what Jesus said about the person who see the little thing in the eye of his brother, but he don't see the big wood in his eye. So remember carefully, we as a Christian, we judge individual by their fruits. Don't judge a church. So if I say there is a minister, he is a Protestant, and he praised Muhammad, can I say the Protestant, they praise Muhammad? Can I say that? No. He is the idiot. We know that the majority don't agree with this idiot. The same for the Catholic. And this is what we are saying. We should be fair and wise. Don't bring division, but bring the truth. So if we want to speak to someone who is a Catholic about what the Pope did, we should remember too that there's many like the Pope, they are doing the same in your church. So before you go and tell the Catholic about the wrong happening in their church, start from yourself. Fix it in your church. Right? Don't be a hypocrite. All right. How is my voice coming in Ramble, guys? Everything's good? I hope so. The most thing I hate is when a Christian, he try to frame other Christians with something. So we say, hey, the Pope, he kissed the Quran, no, Catholic, Well, the Catholic, my friend, many of them, they oppose the Pope. What they can do? Obviously, there's a gang, they control Rome. When the Pope, he said he blessed the homosexual, tons of bishops around the world, they spit at him. How come we don't remember that? But we know that there is a Protestant churches, they defend homosexuality. So why you don't remember that? So we should stand against any wrong teaching. Doesn't matter it's coming from whom. And trust me, the devil have window everywhere, in every house. You have a window, you have a balcony, you have a microphone, you have a throne, you have the best room in the house. Imam Tawhidi is a practicing taqiyya. He is a fraud. He's a liar. Go and see his pictures with the imams who say kill the Christians. His masters. Yeah, he live in the West. Shia, Shia, they are big. The Shia, they believe, in Arabic they say, At-taqiyya tursul iman, which mean lying is the shield of faith in Islam. Lying is what the Shia believe. Lying is the shield of faith. So someone like this guy Tawhidi is just, using the shield. His shield is very much activated. No, actually, maybe I wrote it wrong, but I did not mean to make it wrong. Sorry. Yeah, English is not my first language, and I most of the time I use Google command voice command to, to type. So, Google sometimes don't get my my accent correctly. Well, if you don't vote for Trump, it's your loss, because get ready to pay more in the gas station. Get ready for bankruptcy. Get ready for more electricity, a bill. You cannot heat your house. Food is expensive. I mean, you see, you're not voting for Trump. You're voting for yourself. You're just fooling yourself. Are you really voting for Trump? Trustly, Trump is a billionaire. He will not go sleep hungry. It's you following this foolish Biden. Are you seriously thinking that you are voting for Trump? You're not. You vote for yourself. Vote for Biden. Go. $5 the gallon for gas. Have fun. Your $100 is useless. Are you going to go to Bride Marsh? Why, are you there? In Doswata? If you are there, I will go, because I like to take a picture of you wearing your skirt. Some people, they claim that when they are voting is doing a favor. You are doing a favor to nobody. It's about you. People, they say silly stuff, All the drama you see in TV, Trump will go to jail. Do you think really even they will dare to take him to jail? Just wait. What keeps you so focused and determined while studying both the Bible and the Quran? You see, I did not, let us say, I'm not reading to study. I'm reading to learn. Studying is really different from learning. The first step of knowledge is learning. Studying is like something you do, especially like it's connected to school. It's like a duty, like you have a homework to do. English is not my first language, so I see it this way. But learning is the most important thing. And I believe that learning is a process. The day it's stopped in your life, it should be the day you die. In fact, even the moment you are dying, you are learning something they never experienced before. The moment of death. How it feels. So, learning is the most noble thing a human being can approach or accomplish. And when I learn about my Lord, the more I learn, the more I am not only convinced, the more I am in love with such an amazing Lord. And the more you are in love by learning, not blindly, the more your love is strong and steady. And about the Quran, because the Muslims, I grew up in the Middle East. Arabic is my first language. And the Muslims always, they attack our faith. And I noticed the Christian, they have no idea how to answer. Wherever you go, there's nobody. Nobody knows how to answer. You go on the street, you talk to any Christian, they don't know what to say. The Muslim, he quote for you Quran right away. He says, Quran says this, this, this. And the Christians in the Middle East, because they have difficulty too even to answer, because if you answer, you will be in trouble. So maybe because of that, people, they avoid knowing or learning how to answer. For me, I don't care. So I decide to learn, and the more a challenge comes, the more I learn. And learning make you stronger and stronger. Can you be a president if you are convicted of a crime? Well, can you be God if you are convicted of a crime? The Jews, they took Jesus to the cross. And they convicted him with the crime which nobody knows, except that he claimed to be God. I'm not saying Trump is like Jesus, absolutely not. But just think about it. Same time, yes, you can be a president if you are convicted. So what? People that choose you to be a president, you can. There's no in the Constitution says such a thing. But conviction of a crime, it can be true, it can be fallacy. There's many people, they are inside jail, but they never commit a crime. Never. It's not how society see you, it's how you are. If I am out right now in the Middle East, I will be executed immediately, and they will have a long list against me to be the most ugly criminal in history. Why? I speak against Muhammad, I wrote against Muhammad, I made thousands and thousands of Muslims leave Islam. So what is a crime in a place? It can be a blessing in a different place. So we need to understand what is a crime first. Obviously, all the crimes they are coming with after Trump is just to avoid him from being a president. They don't know what to do. That's all. Trump was their beloved all those years. The crime they accuse him with is something happened long time ago. Taking mortgage from bank. Long time ago. More than 15 years ago. And he paid the mortgage in full. No victim. Who's the victim? Nobody. No victim. Did he steal from somebody? No. But because they are looking for any excuse to take the guy down. If a Christian entered the politics, they can change the rules of the countries. Yeah, that's why I say you can enter into politics, but don't be politician, which means don't play games. Always stand with ethic. Don't be double standard. So if you are a Christian, you vote for what is right always. Always. Doesn't matter what is the consequence. All right. You never go home to visit your family? Well, if I go to the Middle East, I will find maybe 10 million waiting for me. In the airport. In the airplane. Yeah, you know, what we do is very painful. It's not easy. But you know, people, they think it's a joke. You know, it's very dangerous. It can cause you your life anytime. This is not, you are hated by everybody. Even the government in this country will hate you. So you are wanted by a billion Muslims something. And even people in this country, you know, they stay away from you. Yeah, but as I said, it's a blessing. They hate you in my name. I don't know, some people are talking about things I don't understand. AV, I'm a loving Christians. People like you can only mock and think you're favoring Jesus by doing this. What are you talking about? Coffee shot. What is that? What is this drama is about? Mocking is not a bad thing. Who said to you that mocking is a bad thing? Didn't Jesus mock the evil ones? Why people are so much politically correct and hypocrite and upside down? When we rebuke a person, in his opinion, we are mocking him. We are insulting him. Correct? You cannot share the truth without insulting. The second you say you are wrong, or you say you are lying, you are insulting the person. He will take you right away. He will take a stand against you. So if there is other solution, only false Christians, they say we should respect everybody. I respect nobody. I respect nobody unless he, she deserve respect. Kanavova and V insulting Hindus and insulting them in the name of Jesus. What does that mean? What they said? This is not how you show love to Gentiles? Well, I don't know what they said, but I know that the Hindus, they make fun of Jesus every day. There's tens of channels. They are very filthy in YouTube, and they make fun of Jesus, of Christianity. I saw a channel, they have videos about a woman, she came to preach the gospel, and a bunch of Hindu women, they start ripping her hair. I mean, so if you are a Hindu, can you explain to those Christians who they are evil supposedly, why the Hindus are discriminating the Christians miserably in India? Or the Christians should respect you only, you know, from their side, but from your side you should torture them. Is that the case? My voice is cutting? Yeah. Drama, you know, people make a drama. But there's a lot of hypocrisy. You are accused of being a Hindu? But what makes them think that you are a Hindu? I mean, guys, you know, avoid this personal fight. Please, you know, if somebody bother you in the chat, click at his name, block him. You will not see his text. Just do it. Don't come to the internet if you are sensitive. You are acting like a bunch of kids fighting. Should I call your mom? You remind me of my cousin. He was, you know, troublemaker in the airplane. I gave him the ball. I taught him to play outside. Until now, I did not see him. We were in the airplane. All right. But the idea of mockery, sometimes it's very easy, you know, to come to a judgment, but you have to do mockery. Sometimes mockery is the only way to make people wake up. Yeah. Yeah. What you can do. Anyway. Which country you had the worst experience? I'm not sure which country I had the worst experience. Which country? I don't know. Depends. What kind of experience we are talking about? Every country, you know, country is not really a land. Country is the people. People, they change everything. So if you go to a country, the people in it are, you know, when we say nice country, I mean actually nice people. It's not about how nice the trees or the nature. Nice country is a nice people. And I believe the experience of everyone is going to be different depending on who he is and what he stands for. So if you're a person who hate to see unjust, you will be unhappy in every country you go to in the world. Wherever you go, there's a lot of unjust. If you are a person who is obsessed with cats, you will be so sad if you go to the Middle East, because cats there are so skinny, dogs are homeless. So depends where you are, you know, what do you think about, what you're passionate for. There's people, I saw in YouTube a woman, she have a house, and the whole house is empty. She have many cameras. It's just for this, what animal, I forgot. Skunk, imagine. The whole house is not a bad garage. No, the whole house. Second floor, first floor, kitchen, big house. The whole house, she made it for a skunk. She put food for them, water for them. So bad and good is depend about who you are and what you think and how you see things. And this is why the answer will be different, depend in the person. But if you ask me about, let us say, in a specific area, like who is the most ignorant, I say the Western. The most ignorant people ever I met is Western. Maybe Europe first and America second, or maybe they are equal. And when I say ignorant, I'm not talking about, you know, science. Even that, majority of them, they are not educated. I'm talking about ignorant about almost everything. History, geography, understanding what's going on in the world. They are uneducated, miserably. This is why you see those kids going in the street shouting Free Palestine. Many of them, they are homosexual. If they go to there, they will be killed. The one they are defending, they will slaughter them and they will rape them. And that make the country a bad country, if you look at it in this way. But in the other way, there is a positive side, that those people are not exist in every state as a massive number. So their existence is dependent in which state. So we can say some states in America are really doomed and some states are not. European education is much better. What is education? When you say European education, what is education? Are they teaching them ethic? No. If you go right now and type nightlife in London, what do you see? Naked women. Look that like whore. Very disgusting. If I type nightlife in Amsterdam. So, you know, education, if you are receiving education, and then where is the education does not show on your behavior on the street, being a drunk, men taking you to sleep with you, you don't even know their names. You don't even remember their names. Getting pregnant, you do not know who is the father. Taking drugs, is that the education you are receiving? Any education does not make you a better educated person. That means you are not receiving any education. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Have you been in Japan? I've been in Japan, but I never taught Christianity in Japan. I would like to go, but Japan is expensive for me, too expensive. I cannot afford it. I think housing in Japan is very expensive. But I like to go there, actually. If you send your son to school and he learn mathematics, but he learn how to put his finger in his anus, which one is better education for your son? So schools these days in the Western countries are run by pervert. So your son is not going to receive education, is going to be doomed. That's why if you ask me, if I have kids, I will never send them to school. And if I want to do, I'm going to meet every teacher one by one, sit with them, listen to them, study them, and then I say yes or no. Otherwise, I will do home schooling. I'm just being honest with you. I know my language, maybe some people don't like to hear it, but this is reality. Am I lying? This is what they are teaching kids in school. Anyway, education is a very flexible word, and everyone have his own definition of it. For me, I see educated people are not educated. You know? Because usually the education they talk about is somebody have a degree. And what I learned, that degree never gave education. The degree give you a certificate of profession. Right? But this is not what education is about. Somebody saying what? Why God said, I will make the wise fools of the world. Well, you know, in the eyes of God, the wise man is foolish because still we are limited. Same time, many phrases in the Bible, they come to a different meaning from what they appear to be. So the one he think he is smart in the front of God, God will mock him and show him that he is stupid. It's like, you know, me, I decide to challenge him. And I say, this Bible is stupid. The one who came with it is stupid. And this God is silly. Then God will make out of my support, supposed to be intelligence, will make me look like a fool in front of everybody. As in 1 Corinthians, it says, the wisdom of the world is a foolishness to God. Right? He trapped the wise in the snare. You know, like, you know, the wise, he think he is he's smart, he is proud, he is etc. The wise man is the one who knows his limit. All right, anything else? You will give me 5 BMW if I show you where Jesus said he is a Christian? Okay. Can I get 5 goats so they can eat the grass in my yard? So the 5 BMW? Any other question? Yeah, so going back to education, education have nothing to do with degrees. I met people who have no degrees, they never went to school. But because they work hard, they read a lot, they try to understand their best, they earn a lot of education. Degrees have nothing to do with education. If you remember once I told you, there's an Orthodox priest. I go to all churches is mine, as long as the name of Christ is the one to praise there. So this Orthodox priest, he called me. He said, we have a guy, he come always, he make fun of people, because they believe, he's silly, he's an atheist. And he's an Arab, he speaks Arabic. And those Christians are being nice. They don't want to kick him out, hoping that one day he will change. So he asked me, can you come, if you have time? I said, well, do he come every week? He says, not necessarily. So I told him, okay, when he come, give me a call. So he called me once. He said he is here. And this guy, he don't attend the service. He came at the end before they finished a service. And so he can join them after that for coffee, in the church space. So I went there. I said, they told me this is him. I was waiting for him to talk, to do what he do usually. So he starts saying, so do you want really to convince me that Jesus, your Christ, he can make a blind person see by putting mud on his eyes? I don't know what you do, but I was waiting for him to talk. I said, what do you do, by the way? He said, I'm an eye doctor. He's what? He's an eye doctor. And that showing me his interest in the topic. So I said, but isn't it you as a doctor, you put sand in the front of somebody to make him see better? He said, what? I said, don't you as a doctor, eye doctor, every day, you put sand in the front of the eyes of people to make them see better? He said, what sand? He said, the glasses aren't sand. He said, yeah, but this is different. I said, no, it's not different. If I come 2,000 years before, and I say to you, I will put some sand in the front of your eyes, and you will see better, aren't you going to laugh at me? He said, yeah, sure. It's hard to believe. I said, exactly. And this is what you are doing. Because it is impossible for your understanding to believe in something you did not see. So how sand can make you see better? How if I put sand in front of somebody's eyes, I should make him blind? And then he felt like a balloon. He is losing his gas, Said, the same way you don't understand how Jesus can make a blind see is the same way now you are acting. If you were 2,000 years ago there, and somebody says to you, I will put sand in the front of your eyes and you will see better. If you look at his face, he looks so bad. And then they told me after that, he called them. He says, is this guy coming? He called the church. He says, is this guy he was last time there coming? The priest, he said, we don't know. He might come anytime. I mean, it's church. Everybody's welcome. Come over, come. He says, no, I need to know if he's coming or not. If he's coming, I'm not going to come. Especially when people start laughing at him after I answer him, you know? Yeah. He said, if you cannot understand it, if you cannot believe it, well, putting sand in the front of eyes of people before is unbelievable. Who in the world want to believe in such a... They will say to you, you're stupid. This is exactly what you are doing to those Christians. You are so into them. This is stupid, but this is God. If you are just a man, by putting sand you can make it seem better. What about God? If that is not impossible for you, how that is impossible for God? So he's educated, supposedly, and this is education, eye doctor, you know. For sure, I cannot argue with him about how the eye work. I mean, he's a doctor. I'm not. But his logic is stupid. Right? So having a degree does not make you educated. Remember that. This is why, actually, I advise, like, even people that want to, let's say, get married. You meet a woman, or you meet a man, and you like him, you like her, whatever. But the first thing you should like about the person is not how he look like, is not how he talk, is how much educated he is, and how much his education fit with right. What is right? So I can be educated and I know a lot, but my education is meant to support what is wrong. So I can be a philosopher for the communist, and I can be a very well-speaking person for the communist, but doesn't make me right. I can be a philosopher for the Buddhist. Like you bring someone like Sadhguru, he play with words, and those blondie, they are like, wow, you know. But everything he's saying is so stupid. So for them, they don't see it stupid. They see it so amazing. Why? Because they are very shallow. So the first thing you should look for in your life, when you talk about company, the Bible is so clear. It says bad company. Anyone remember where the verses speak about bad company? Bad company is not a good thing. Bad company is always a bad thing. Bad company will not bring to you something good. So if this is what bad company can do to you, how you want to accompany someone is ignorant, stupid, and arrogant. So the first thing you should look for, if you want to have a friend, a wife, a husband, a business partner, whatever you have, you need to partner with someone can make out of you, or let us say he can add something to you, not take something from you. And I'm not talking about something physical or money. I'm talking about something he can give you some touch in your life, some nice education, some nice change, some support. So if I associate myself with someone who is educated, the worst part of my day is when he don't say something I did not know, which means he is not teaching me something. He's educated. So if this person, whatever I go with him in discussion, I will learn something nice and new. So I will grow with my knowledge just by a company of such a person, a man or a woman. So it's very important in our life not to look for someone who have degrees to learn from, but someone he is truly educated and his education fit with the good ethic, the good God, the good Lord. If you associate yourself with the foolish, they will make you more foolish. They will not make you smarter. Right? Exactly. Walk with the wise will be wise. You accompany the fools, well, you will turn like them. They will make you more foolish, actually. They will take you down. And not only that, they can destroy you. Like if you go in a car, and in this car there's a bunch of people. There's only one of them is foolish. He have drugs with him. Police stop you, all of you will be arrested. And all of you will be accused of smuggling drugs. So who was the foolish really? All of you. Because you agreed to accompany a person who is so foolish to do such a thing. So even though he is the one who made the decision, he is the one who took it, he is the one who bought it, he is the one who have it, but he is with you in the car. All of you now accused of having drugs. So the company is so important for the success, ethical success, spiritual success, business success, marriage success, everything. The company is so important. You have to be sure that the person is capable to be a father. If you are a woman, you don't marry a man just because you have a penis. Well, donkeys have penis too. The first question is he capable to be a father who can handle the stress of a family? Is he capable to be a husband and whatever come with it as responsibility? Or you are just looking for a male who have a private part of a male? You get what you are looking for. Same for the women. Is she qualified to be a mother? Is she qualified to teach her kids something good? Or she is just a fool? So if I bring kids to this life, who will be their teacher? If the father is a stupid and the mother is a foolish woman, the family is doomed. But people, they look for things as shallow. A woman, she have a pretty body, that's the woman they want. All men fight over her. But if a woman, she is wise, who need the wise women? Nobody, they want pretty. They want nice legs, nice ass, nice butt, nice whatever, without mentioning the whole package. And women, they do the same. This man is short, he's not, tall, he is not, he don't look good, he's not much attractive. They don't mind if a man is just a piece of garbage, but he is good looking. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you get what you ask for. Right? You get what you are looking for. Everyone goes where he belongs. Remember that. And at the same time, I'm not saying you go and marry a person you are not attracted to. That's a big mistake, by the way. But the attraction, it can be in many ways, should not be focused only in the physical. But I believe to be attracted to the person physically is very important too. Because if you don't see the person, in your eyes at least, as a good-looking person, then you should not marry the person. I'm not saying he's good-looking. He might be not. But in your eyes, he should be good-looking for you. That's very important. Because if you don't see from the beginning the person is good-looking, then your marriage will not be successful. Because the attraction, the physical attraction is very important. And again, regardless of how good-looking he is in the standard we have, people they have today. So, if a woman, she see a man, even though he look like a monkey, he look like me maybe, if you see him that he is handsome, that's good, perfect. He's handsome for her. That's all what is required. But then, that alone is not enough. But I am assuming, if a person is not good looking, still she see him good looking, it must be there is something about him, make her ignore the look. You know what I mean? So there is something about this person was able to cover the negative side, and so she don't see it. She don't see that he's not good looking, or she is not good looking. So there is a side of this person was able to cover the negative side. And that which one, we don't know. It depends on the person. Maybe you love a person because he is so smart. You enjoy listening to them. Maybe they have something. They have some gift. So there is something make you not to think about what is supposed to be priority for some. And I believe the most important thing is in life, when we find a company, friends or anything, or even we go to church, is to find someone when he speaks, he makes sense. He's not stupid. Stupidity is death. Stupidity will kill everything beautiful. You sit with a person, he says stupid things, he will ruin your day. However, if somebody is so smart and he is associating himself with someone who is so stupid, both of them, they will struggle. It's going to be a very horrible experience. So maybe stupid ones, they will be perfectly fit if they marry a stupid person like them. Like, he's silly, she is silly. Well, both of them, they are silly, and silly is life. But one is smart, one is silly, that is a disaster. My type is rare? Yeah, this is what my mom, she said. She said she don't have a son, she have a genie. All right, we talk about many things today. Maybe we have enough for today. Always remember that the most important thing is to be able yourself first to be stable. So if you yourself, you are struggling with yourself, how you can provide happiness to others? There's many people, they are not stable. And there's always sign for those people who they are not. As an example, a person, he suffer, his wife left him, his wife divorced him, this guy, her husband, they go in the internet and they start telling everybody. Obviously, they are suffering within themselves and they are not stable. A stable person, wise person, don't go around and start telling everybody who have no business with his private life about what happened to him. That is a sign that this person is not able to handle the pressure of life on him. So he broke. He broke loose. It's like a balloon, and the balloon just exploded. So avoiding such a thing, the only way to avoid it is you train yourself to be strong, to be wise, and before you do things, before you open your mouth, before you share your private life with others who have nothing to do with it, ask yourself what that would do to me. It's all about wisdom. Why I want to go and tell them what happened to this wife, what happened to... Why you put your laundry in the... people will laugh at you, people will bring humility to you, people will bully you. Why you want to do that? Be wise, and you can train yourself to be wise. And I will tell you a very simple thing, how to train yourself to be wise. Let us say you are not. Let us say you are shallow. Usually you don't think too much. What about before we say something, we take a little time and we say it in our head first, before we say it with our tongue, and then we ask ourselves, what those people will help me if I say that to them, what that will do? You need to find the answer. Why Why someone, her husband divorced her, need to go online and make a video on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, then my husband left me. Why you want to do that? Exactly what that will do. What is the result of this? How that will help you, your kids, your family, what that will do? I will tell you what that will do. First of all, in the future, you will find a very hard time to find a man to marry you. Why? Because the new man who will marry you, the first thing he will think, oh, if I have a fight with her tomorrow, she will go online and she will make a video about me. So number one, you lost your chance to find someone, for you have a big mouth. Number two, your kids will not respect you. Why you are talking about my dad? Even if he's bad, it's not right. So people now making fun of my dad because what he did. You told them everything. So if you love your kids, you protect them from the bully. It's not right to make people do bully to your family. What you accomplish? Nothing. Right? And the same, this is not only about women. I'm using voiceover. What voiceover? Is that because the picture here? The same goes for the man, not necessarily the women. So always ask yourself before you do things, before you say things, how those things can help you. And that goes for anything in life. Like a police car stop you. The policeman, he said to you, sir, stand up of the car. And then you start arguing. Ask yourself first, if I argue with the policeman, how that in the world will help me? You are being foolish. He can arrest you. He can accuse you, make him more angry. He will find any reason to screw your day or even maybe your life. So you have to be wise. A policeman, he stop you. How are you doing, sir? Sure, exactly, no problem. Step out of the car, take out of the car. Don't argue, don't scream, don't, you have to be wise. Foolishness brings disaster to our life. Always before you do something, think, what is the consequence of what you just going to do or to say? Do you agree with me? Which means, be wise. Don't be stupid. Don't go and, unfold your business all over everybody, and then people will start laughing at you. Why you want to do that? Be wise. A policeman speak to you. Who is the strong and who is the weak here? He is the strong. You are the weak. Be polite. Be polite. Be nice to him, so he will be nice to you. And the moment will go. He stopped you for a reason. He will tell you what is the reason. He want to give you a ticket. Let him give you a ticket. Don't argue. You can take it to court. Don't argue. Say, okay, sir. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, that's it. I see a lot of stories, very, very stupid. People do stupid things. And then instead of getting ticket, you end with assault, assaulting officer during the duty. So instead of ticket for like $50, you go to jail for 2 or 3 years. Why you do that to yourself? Be always, and this goes even, the policeman in this case can be, the police is your wife. Let us say you are married, and your wife now, she want to give you a ticket. Your wife, she decide to give you a ticket, and they can do it. I mean, they can they can damage your day. So you better, be careful. So she decided to give you a ticket. She said, lower your window. You said, no, I'm not going to lower the window. And now your voice go up, her voice go up, her voice go up, your voice go up. Then you get angry, she get angry. She throws something at you, you throw something at her, the police came, domestic violence. Both of you get screwed. Why? Because both of you are stupid. Yeah. So in order to solve a problem, this is not how you solve a problem, you know? Always in everything in life, you have to be wise. Otherwise, you will be doomed. Hey, women, don't give your men tickets, okay? Be nice. Yeah, I'm just giving you an example, you know, about how to be wise. Always, before you say something, think about it. You say it to your wife, you say it to your kids, you say it to your husband. Think twice before you make a statement. Because sometimes a statement, they can be more harmful than a bullet. Ahab is smart. He is saying, Genesis 10:17, Christ, peace be upon him, was under the authority of the law because he was circumcised, as stated in the gospel. Well, here you see Ahab, how smart he is. So how he can explain to us, Ahab, that your prophet Muhammad never circumcised? Is he under the law? Are you there, Ahab? When Jesus did circumcised, because Jesus, he is the one who gave the Jews the law. So if he is the one who gave the law, why he will not practice the law which he commanded them to do? That will be hypocrisy. But how you can explain to the Christians and the Jews and the Muslims, Ahab, that your prophet, he never circumcised? Are you there? Look how silly their wisdom. Their prophet is the last one to speak about circumcision. He did not circumcise. Answer the question, CP. Stop comparing our prophet. Why comparing your prophet will show you how foolish you are. And I answer the question. Jesus, he says, I came to fulfill, not to destroy. So Jesus is the one who gave the laws, and he is the one who complied with the law. Don't you think that our God, if God, he says, don't fornicate, do God fornicate? If God said don't lie, do he lie? So Jesus is perfect. Your God is not. Where is your circumcision in the Quran? Any Muslim can show me? Where is your circumcision of your prophet in the Quran? Do you have a law? You don't. Muslims, they have big mouth, but they cannot explain why their religion don't follow their own religion. Which means their prophet, he make a speech about you do need to be circumcised, but he himself did not. You know, once I was debating a Muslim sheikh, big one. He said the reason Muhammad did not circumcise because he was old when he became a prophet. I said, how old? He said he was 40 years old. Then I showed him this. Abraham, he did circumcision at what age? What age, according to Muhammad? 80 years old. So Muhammad, he was half the age of Abraham. So why Muhammad did not circumcise? Why you are not taking calls from Muslims? Well, I did not open my Discord. I'm not in Discord today. Any Muslim can tell us why Muhammad did not do circumcision? Is he under the law or he is not? Anyone? If there is a Muslim who would like to debate me, I can finish my broadcast now, take a break, make some coffee, and come back maybe after an hour. If there's any Muslim want to do so. Well, we are talking about what Muhammad said. Muhammad, he said 80. And you know, Muhammad, he knows best. He is Allah. And you know, I see the Muslim, they say, Christ peace be upon him. Where you get this statement from? Why you say Christ peace be upon him, but you say Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means Allah pray on him? How come Muhammad, Allah pray on him, but Christ is peace be upon him? Do you want to join me, Ahab? So I open Discord for you. Do you wanna join? Are you there, Ihab? Do you have the courage to call me? Or you are just a copy-paste potato? Anyone? Yeah, the Muslim, they say don't compare, because the second we compare, we can see how ugly Muhammad is and how shallow Muslims are. Right? If there is any person who he is a sheikh, he wanna shake things up, let me know. Anyone? I'm speaking for many hours, but if you challenge me right now, Ihab, I will be willing to stay to talk to you. Do you want to challenge me, Ihab? Or you decide to act like dead now? The reason the Muslims, I notice actually, after I finish my broadcast, they post for me in the chat, they challenge. I challenge Christian Prince if he can answer those questions. But we stay live on air 5-6 hours, and we keep saying who's a Muslim and call us. They don't dare to call us. No, ultimate fault, you know, this guy, he cannot even ask any questions. This guy, the angels created everything. So, any of you, Muhammadan, would like to join? Anyone? Do you know what blessing Allah will give you if you call me? Do you know how big your penis will be if you defend Allah? If I am you, I would do anything for the sake of the size of that penis. Any Muslim from the penis religion? No, I'm serious. This God, he promised them. I'm not joking. He said that when you go to heaven, you will if non-stop, and Allah will give you the power of 40 men. Right? and your penis will be endless. And not only endless, is going to, the top of it is going to be like a palm tree. So it's fun. I mean, finally, your penis will look like, I don't know, I think many people will take selfie next to it. So imagine your penis is endless, and then in the top there is a branches coming like a palm tree, and the women, they will be 30 miles tall, and the Muslim man will be 90. I mean, hey Muslims, why the man will be 90 miles tall, and he will be 30? How that work? And guys, he will be 90 miles tall, but he is less than 90 centimeters wide. Is that a macaroni? This is a macaroni. Imagine you are so tall, 90 miles tall, and then you are less than 90. Now, depending on the hadith, some hadith says even it's, thinner. So this is really stupid. I mean, are you going to be a worm? And like those worms we see in the earth? Or pizza or spaghetti? Hey, Tony, let us make macaroni. Islam, Muhammad, he says stupid things, and those Muslims, Allahu Akbar. And look at them. We challenge them to join us. Suddenly they play dead. They are not even here no more. Muhammad did not circumcise. He don't have a penis to circumcise. If he cut what he have, he's gone. That's it. I mean, it's already not there. I mean, come on, we have to understand the situation. That's why he pee like a woman. He pee like a woman because if he stand, people will see what he have. So he's covering up. He go down, so tiny, so small. The hadith says, look, he pee like women. I'm not joking. If you don't believe me, I can show you the reference. Hold on. You think I'm making things up? And this is why Muhammad, he speaks too much about his penis. And look how Muhammad explained why he is pissing like women. Do you guys see my screen? Is it clear? He sat behind it and urinate. He sat down. So he put something in front of him, and he sat down and he urinate. Some people, they said, look, he is urinating like women. Muhammad, he heard that. He said, don't you know what happened to the companion of the children of Israel? If they got any urine in themselves, they would clip and put it on their garment off. And their companion told them not to do that, and he was punished in his grave. That's deep. And then we find that this is a story Muhammad, he copied from a Jewish woman. A Jewish woman, she claimed that most of the punishment of the grave is because of the urine. Potato, he heard the story, and he is hiding behind it. But he, for sure, he pee like women. If CP is respectful, I will debate. If not, have a nice day. Well, my friend, I mean, you are just being an idiot. I will never be respectful to any Muslim. Anyone here respect someone defend a pervert, pedophile? I don't. I don't. So speaking about respect, do you respect Christians yourself? You call on them pigs, monkeys, worst of the creatures, kuffar, liars, evildoers. This is what your Quran says. So when you talk about respect, you hypocrite. Well, practice it yourself first. We as a Christian, we should stay away from the word respect, because respect today is used as a frame of hypocrisy. So somebody, he believe in something very wrong. I say, oh, I respect your belief. Well, you just said that you appreciate him doing wrong. You receive the wrong he do in a good way. So you are, can you even argue about it after you said that? No, you respect it. So if a person he is wicked and we say we respect your wickedness, that means we are wicked too. Right? Don't respect. What respect? Respect only those who deserve the word respect. They don't deserve it. Don't. Never do. Yeah. And as you see, the Muslim, they come and they attack Paul, but they don't know that Paul is mentioned in their Quran. And even the Muslim book says that the Paul, the Messiah, he appeared to him and he was the best between the Christians. Silly, you know, copy paste. Potatoes, like their prophet. When the Quran says in chapter 9:61 that Muhammad was an ear, well, this is true. Every Muhammadan is an ear. They copy, they don't understand, they don't even know what Paul means. In fact, not even a single Muslim book can quote the name Paul correctly. John, Yohanna, become Yahya. Jesus became Isa. Yeshua became Isa. Mary is the sister of Aaron. Mary is the daughter of Umran. He don't know how to say Imram. He said Imran. In the Bible it says Umram, not Imran. So Muhammad is a donkey. He can't even quote names. And remember, such a mistake in the language cannot happen because supposedly the one is talking is Allah. Like for me, I can read now a word in English and I can read it wrong. But I'm not God, and English is not my first language. But God, he cannot even quote the name correctly. And how Amram, the father of Moses, became the father of Mary. And how Mary, she became the sister of Aaron. And Moses, in the time of Moses, the Jews, they've been misled by the Samaritan. Oh boy. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish for today. But those who will download the video, I will keep the video for some time. Please cut the first part exposing this guy. His name is Brian. Get him busted, saying that Obama is devoted Christian. You know, how we write the word devoted? Hey Muslims, can you help me? I'm like Prophet Muhammad. I don't know how to say the word correctly. Any Muslim can help Prophet Muhammad how to write the word devoted? I'm illiterate. Look at my title, I have it wrong. Huh? Anyone? All right. All right, okay. Lord have mercy. All right. Don't forget to download and cut that part and share it with your friends, because we need to get those people busted. And remember, you as a Christian, if you don't vote against evil, you are voting for evil. The Bible makes it so clear. The one who is not against us, he is with us. And Democrat or against us. In everything they stand for. Remember that. Always vote against those who stand against the Lord. Otherwise, your nation will be doomed, your house will be doomed, and your life will be doomed. Don't cry when the day comes and you pay for what you seeded. You will always harvest what you seeded. And then you eat from what you harvest. Just remember that. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. See you again. Bye-bye.